3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corps, Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Chambers Health, Coastal Field Services LLC, The Crawfish Hideaway, Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Gore Propane, Hannah Cody Realtor, Jerry's Seafood Incorporated, Julia Luna Real Estate, K-Max Services, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Amber Villarreal, Insurance Agent with State Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Turan Lawn Care, Swanky Insurance Agency, Whack Attack Lures, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac. Anahuac Sports Live is brought.
KJ is being escorted by his mother, Alma, and his dad, Kenneth Moore.
Welcome in, everybody, to tonight's broadcast of the Anahuac Panthers taking on the Buna Cougars. And we want to go straight to the field tonight as the senior night festivities are beginning for the Panthers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me go check on the live feed here. Stay tuned.
As time flies, take advantage of every opportunity. KJ Moore. Next up is number 9, Brooks Henneke. Brooks is being escorted by Cullen and Brandy Henneke. Brooks is in varsity basketball, baseball, student council, UIL, and Chick-fil-A Leadership Club. Plans to attend college and pursue a career in sports marketing. Favorite memory is playing in the 2022 football season with Javion West. His advice, don't wait for your senior year to put in the work. Next up, number 15, Dylan Derryberry. Dylan's being escorted by his mother, Brenda. Dylan also participates in basketball, track, and FCA. Plans to go to college and major in business for marketing and finance and be successful and travel the world. Favorite memory is going to playoffs for basketball and dunking on Richard Smith III in practice. Advice, don't stop when it gets hard, stop when the job is done. Next up, number 22, Baylor Lamperman. Being escorted by his mother, Heather Lamperman, and brother, Braden Lamperman. Baylor also plays baseball for Anahuac. Plans to go to Lamar and get a bachelor's degree in nursing. Favorite memory, last baseball season with Coach Franklin and the guys. Advice is to give 100% because it does foster, because it goes by faster than you think. Now, all the way from Bergen, Norway, just outside of Oslo, number 25, Jonas Texum. Jonas being escorted by his host parents, David Hatfield and Stacy Hatfield. Besides football, he also plays football, what we call soccer, and is in track. He plans to be an entrepreneur. His favorite memory was the tackle he made on the kickoff that prevented a touchdown. It was by a face mask, but it was still his first tackle in American football. Next up, number 44, Garrett Dye. Yeah! Gary's being escorted by Clay and Shannon Dye. Gary plays varsity baseball, track, FCA, and FFA. Plans to go to Lee College and earn his degree in process technology. His favorite memory is when Christian filled Zion's locker with belts. His advice would be to be thankful for every second you have. It goes by fast. Next up, number 52, Roberto Ramos. Being escorted by Maria and Juan Rojas. He's a member of the Leo Club. His future plans are to be in the K-9 unit for Chambers County Sheriff's Office. His favorite memories is running the football for the scout team. His advice, stay strong and work hard. Joining us tonight, number 53, Gage Lee. Gage is being escorted by his mom, Brandy Bryant, and brother, Jackson Lee. He's been 4 years as an ag mechanic team member, FFA, and FCA. Plans to attend welding school and become a welder. Favorite memories is getting hyped up in the locker room before games. Now we have number 62, Cole Williams. Cole is being escorted by his mom, Brandy, and his dad, Aaron. Besides football, he's also in powerlifting. Cole plans to join the Navy after graduation. His fondest memory is moving to Anahuac and starting Anahuac High School his junior year, joining the varsity football team and powerlifting team. He would like to thank Coach Neese and all the other coaches for welcoming him and making him feel so at home with the Panthers. His advice is join a team and play sports. That's where you will make your best friends, and the coaches are great. Number 77, Caden Kreitzer, being escorted by Ernest and Shauna Kreitzer. Also participates in powerlifting and track. Plans to go to college and play football while they're at college. Favorite memory is being in the weight room and watching us all get stronger and supporting each other in the greatest moments. His advice is improvement comes from time and effort. Next up, number 78, Dakota D-Train Hennigan. Dakota is being escorted by Morgan and Jared Hennigan. Dakota participates in UIL Science, one-act play, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Future plans is getting his teaching degree and becoming a culinary teacher. by district and getting into the playoffs. Advice is enjoy every moment while you can. Number 79, Rashawn Broussard, being escorted by his grandmother, Angel Gold. Besides football, he's also in track. Plans to become a real estate mogul. His favorite memory is at the East Chambers game when he pancaked someone. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Travian Williams. Travian is being represented by James Williams, Shondell James, and sister Aaliyah and brother Brendan. Travian also was in basketball and ran track. He had planned to be a good role model for his siblings and become a real estate agent one day. The favorite memory, according to his family, was the way Travian was looking forward to playing football this year, his senior year, and taking pictures every morning before school. Ladies and gentlemen, your Anahuac Panther football squad. Coach Neese, do you need your team in the field house? Gentlemen, go get ready for the game. Next up, we have one of our multiple cross-country runners. This one is Austin Amaya. Austin is being escorted by Christy and Augustine Amaya. Austin runs varsity track, is on the student council, and in the Black History Club. He plans to attend University of Houston this fall. His favorite athletic memory is when he did, quote unquote, not jump in the pond at district cross-country meet his freshman year. His advice is find your passion, and when you do, give it 110%. Next up, we have our pride of Anahuac, the Anahuac Marching Band. We'll begin with section leader, Lucy Salazar Camacho. Lucy is being escorted by Roberto Salazar and Blanca Camacho. She's National Honor Society Secretary in Mu Alpha Theta, the Spanish Club, and on yearbook staff. Plans to attend the University of Houston and get a bachelor's in architecture. Favorite memory is jamming out with friends during bus rides to competitions. Her advice is hashtag slay, that's with 3 Y's, your way through the day. Next up is your drum major, Brielle Christensen. Brielle's being escorted by Mother Tiffany and Father Michael. Leo Club President, National Honor Society Vice President, One Act Play Manager, Spanish Club member, yearbook staff, and Mu Alpha Theta. Plans to major in education. The college itself is undecided, but plans on becoming a teacher. Favorite memory is every time that Pablo's voice cracked during a performance. Now we have Savannah Desmo, color guard member and cross-country team, being escorted by Annette Sagne and Larry Desmo. She's captain of the color guard, captain of the cross-country team, plays 10 Dennis is in Spanish Club, National Honor Society, and Mu Alpha Theta. Plans to attend Lamar University and obtain a major in nursing. Favorite memory is jumping in the lake at regional cross-country meet. Now we have Carly Guzman in the band and also an athletic trainer. Being escorted by Mother Lupe and Father Manuel. National Honor Society member, Mu Alpha Theta, Secretary of the Leo Club, sports in the band, plays varsity softball, Spanish Club, Chick-fil-A Leader Academy, Student Council, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Academic UIL, the Sports Medicine Program, and Our Lady of Light CYM. Plans on attending a 4-year university to major in kinesiology to pursue a career in physical therapy. Favorite memory is playing the drum line and hyping each other up before competitions. Her advice is, dab on them haters. Now we have Caitlin Hernandez. Caitlin's being escorted by Maria Hernandez, Ruben Hernandez, and her brother Ruben Hernandez Jr. Spanish Club member, Black History Club, Student Council, National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Leo Club, varsity soccer, and on the Pantherettes. Plans to go to the University of Houston and get a degree in mathematics and becoming a teacher. Favorite memory is hanging out with all the flautas in the band hall restroom. I guess it's good acoustics. Advice, enjoy every minute of it. Now we have Emily Noel Hernandez, color guard, being escorted by Elva Hernandez and Nestor Hernandez. Spanish Club member, Leo Club reporter, Secretary of the Student Council, event coordinator of Black History Club, part of the One Night Play, and part of the UIL marching band. Plans to go to Lamar and study business. Favorite memory is devouring concession stands at halftime or after halftime. Advice, don't let anyone determine what you want and can't do. Alan Morris, band and soccer, son of Rosie and Arturo Morris, being escorted by his brother Arturo and mother Rosie. Varsity soccer, National Honor Society, Spanish Club, and Leo Club, along with Mu Alpha Theta. Plans to attend Lee College and become a process operator. Favorite memory is bus rides to football games and the band competitions. Advice, take advantage of the time you have to spend with your people. Emily Pena, color guard, being escorted by Christina and Moises Pena. On the yearbook staff, National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Spanish Club, event coordinator for the Black History Club, Leo Club, and Student Council. Plans to attend Lamar University in the fall. Favorite memory is getting to see some of her best friends every day. Kylie Perez, section leader. Kylie is the daughter of Juan Perez. Kylie participates in the band and is a member of the National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Spanish Club, Student Council, Leo Club, yearbook staff, and the beautification committee. Kylie plans to become a dentist and actually working on her dental assistant certificate. Is considering Baylor University, but is really undecided. Favorite memory is when she would have a truck full of kids to drop off at Dairy Queen, and even more would get on and sit on top of each other because they were too lazy to walk. Her advice is always remember trombones, I go first. Now we have section leader and soloist, Dalia Pescador, being escorted by Ignacio Pescador and Maria Pescador. Varsity soccer, Spanish Club, Mu Alpha Theta, Leo Club, treasurer for the National Honor Society, and Our Lady of Light CYM Church Group. Plans to attend a university, pursue a career as a diagnostic medical sonographer. Favorite memory is jamming out and having mini dance parties in the band restroom. Advice, it is never too late to be what you might have been. Next up is escorted by Pablo and Salazar and Laura Muniz. Spanish Club member, National Honor Society. Mu Alpha Theta, soccer and tennis. Plans to attend Texas State University and get a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and communication studies. Favorite memory is making area 3 times in a row. His advice, stay basic. Now we have Christian Valencia being escorted by Luis and Noemi Valencia. Honor Society member, Spanish Club, Student Council, Mu Alpha Theta, Leo Club, Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy. Plans to attend Texas Tech and major as an architectural engineer. Favorite memory is hanging out with friends at band competitions. His advice is actually a quote from Frankenstein's monster, fire bad. Color Guard member Evan Watson, being escorted by Dad, Brad Watson. Member of the tennis team, Vice President of Student Council, Spanish Club member, National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Black History Club, and One Act Play. Plans to study fashion at Texas Women's University and become a fashion journalist. Favorite memory is lunchtime at guard camp. Her advice is to make your team proud. Next we have up Pantherette Brenda Garcia. Brenda's being escorted by Juan Garcia and Remedia Garcia. Band members, Spanish Club, Mu Alpha Theta, National Honor Society, Leo Club, Black History Club, Your Flip staff, and Our Lady of Light Church, Youth Ministry, and Elmer Tennis team. Plans to attend the University of Texas at Austin and major in radio, television, and film, and become a professional sports photographer. Favorite memory is every UIL event for band. Advice, cherish these band moments while they last, because one day, one more time will be said for the actual last time. Next up is the Pantherettes manager, MJ Michaela Johnson. Being escorted by parents Joe and Melinda Albritton Johnson. Varsity girls powerlifting, varsity softball, and track. President of the Anahuac FFA, parliamentarian for the National Honor Society, treasurer of the Black History Club, and Leo Club, member of the Spanish Club, and Mu Alpha Theta. Plans to attend a university, majoring in animal science, veterinary medicine, and become a veterinarian. Favorite memory was when Coach Dell and Coach Neese announced she had set a local, regional, and state record in 2021, as well as advancing to the women's state powerlifting competition. Her advice to future athletes is always be potent, consistent, and have mental toughness when striving to be successful athletes. As Coach Neese said, it's a great day to be a Panther. Next up, your varsity cheer captain, Maddie Anderson. Maddie's being escorted by Kristen and Miguel Anderson. National Honor Society, Spanish Club, Student Council, Black History Club, Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy. Plans to attend Texas Women's University and attend a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Favorite memory was when she was at cheer camp at A&M, and they pranked the underclassmen during telling the cheer coach had fell down the stairs, and they believed it. Tina even cried. Next we have Kiara Beecham, being escorted by Mandy Bircher and her pop, Stephen Bircher. FFA officer, Sentinel Chapter, Vice President of the Riceville District, Student Council, and Spanish Club. Plans to attend UTSA and later transfer to the UT Austin to get a major in public relations. Favorite memory is doing What's Up cheer for the workers of a Golden Corral. Advice, live in the moment and make the most of everything no matter what. Next we have Cameron Hampton, being escorted by her mom, Chris Ulbrich, and her sister, Keely Adams. National Honor Society member, Student Council, Mu Alpha Theta. Plans to attend the University of Houston and get a bachelor's degree in business and become a real estate agent. Her favorite memory is also when they pranked underclassmen about the coach falling down the stairs at cheer camp. Zoe Moore, being escorted by mother Afton Moore and father Primus Moore. Volleyball, basketball, track, Mu Alpha Theta. Honor Society, Vice President of the Black History Club. Plans to attend Texas State University.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Anahuac Sports Live and the Wilcox Drugstore pregame show. We hate to cut off the senior night here in Kyle White Field, but we got a little bit of a pregame show to go through. But we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, and congratulations to all of the seniors here at the last home game of the 2023 season. We are in week 9, and the Buna Cougars come to town to take on the Anahuac Panthers. And week 9, I mean, we got a bye week next week. There's only 2 games left in the season, Alex, and the playoff picture is starting to take form.
It is. Coming into tonight's ball game, 2-2, the Panthers, for lack of better terms, really do control their own destiny to get into the playoff season, where if they come out, take care of business this week, and then in the next couple of weeks after their bye week, they are guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. But first, it starts with this Buna Cougar team who looks can be deceiving, coming in tonight with a 3-4 record, 0-3 in district play. But this is a very talented Buna Cougar team.
It is. There was a lot of I don't want to say hype surrounding them coming into the preseason, but they're coached by Kevin Terrier, who he takes over at Buna full time this year after serving the last 8 games of 2022 as their interim head coach. The Cougars are 3-4 total on the season. They were at Corrigan Camden week 1, where they won big, 48-6. Went over. Bridge City came to their place and they lost to them. They went over to Crockett and won in week 3, 24-8. They also won against Koontz in week 4, 49-14. And then once they got into district, things kind of changed gears for them, where they've lost now 3 in a row to Orangeville, Kirbyville, and East Chambers. But like you said, they do have some talent on the team. It all starts with running back number 6, Jacob Johnson, who had just over 2,000 yards and 21 touchdowns in 2022. He is a big play waiting to happen, but he hasn't had, quite the season that some might have hoped, with only 545 yards, 12 touchdowns so far, but he's still a dangerous option for the Cougars.
No, absolutely. And when you talk about this Cougar football team, Toby Marsh is also someone to look out for.
Right. The senior number 4, he's the quarterback for him. To a lot of people's surprise, we thought that Buna was going to be more of a running team, especially with Johnson, but they've been able to pass the ball fairly good so far. Toby Marsh, who, he's 62 of 112. He's got 923 yards and 7 touchdowns. But Marsh's favorite target is the other senior for him, number 7, Caden Deal, who has 23 receptions, 426 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And like I said, there was a lot of talk about this Buna team, and with hopes of them getting back to the playoffs and even making a run toward the top. But it just hasn't worked out for them so far.
This defense comes in tonight. They run a 4-3 defense, and again, some good athletes on that side of the football.
They do. Defensively, the Cougars have had a little trouble defending the run. They've allowed 1,320 yards and giving up 26 points per game. But Buna is good defending the pass and allowing only 406 yards and producing 18 turnovers, which leads the district in pass defense.
So, when the Panthers look at this game tonight, they've got to completely forget last week.
Yeah, they do.
That was a game where, and you'll hear Coach Neese talk about it in the interview. The atmosphere was off, the play was off, everything just seemed different, and it just wasn't what we expected last Friday night.
I don't think it was what anybody expected. The East Chambers Buccaneers came in with a game plan, stuck with that game plan, and just kind of caught the Anahuac Panthers on their heels in a lot of instances. And as we talk about the Anahuac Panthers, they're 5-2. Swamp Bowl last week, I mean, the Panther offense didn't see the field all that much because they were kept off of it most of the time. The defense was there. But when they did, they were only able to manage 15 points and 204 total yards of offense, which is unusual for the Panthers. But with 2 district losses, Anahuac cannot afford to drop another, and the offense will look to put up a much better numbers as far as the stats are concerned and get things back on track against Buna.
Well, the offense really didn't pad their numbers too much last week, but here on the screen you're able to see what the Panther offense has done this year.
Right. I mean, they've got 2,360 total yards. Again, the balanced attack when it comes to rushing and the passing, almost 1,200 yards rushing and 1,200 yards passing, just under short of that. They'll go over that here tonight. They're averaging 337 yards per game and 31 points per game. So, I mean, the Panthers, you know, they've got a game plan too. And when they come into these football games, they've got a play sheet and they're going to stick to it. They pretty much have got an even call when it comes to the number of calls, pass versus run. But they're definitely going to have to let last week go and get back on things here tonight against Buna.
One of the people who's going to have to improve this week is junior quarterback Logan Trotter, who had arguably his toughest game as an Anahuac Panther.
It definitely did. They kept Logan Trotter at bay for the most part, but so far this year, he's 73 of 134, just over 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. His passer rating did slip down a little bit this week, but he's got a 105.8 passer rating. And he's, definitely one that is probably going to look to make a statement here tonight.
2 other keys on the offense. Thomas Dalo, the running back.
Well, that was another thing that the East Chambers Buccaneers did well last week in containing Dalo for the most part, but he's got 105 carries, 653 yards, 7 touchdowns. He's averaged just over 6 yards per carry. Thomas has been the workhorse for the Anahuac Panthers so far this year, and I expect to see a lot of him tonight too.
Also on that side of the football, Quandre Coates.
Well, Quandre is the leading receiver in the district, Alex, and he's got 30 receptions, 480 yards, 8 touchdowns. He's averaging 16 yards per catch. You can't say any more about this young man. He's having an excellent junior year. He's just got to really focus on bringing in the football before he makes his next move whenever he gets the ball. And it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, that the ball game and the ALCS is over. The Astros win 5-4, and Jose Altuve with a 3-run shot in the top of the 9th put the Astros in that position. So on we go in the ALCS, Alex.
There's quite a bit going on this Friday night, especially with it being senior night here from Kyle White Field. We're going to take our first time out of the evening. We're going to come back with our pregame interview with head coach Greg Neese, as we'll be back with more from Kyle White Field and the Wilcox Drugstore pregame show after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drugstore has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy, continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs. Wilcox Drugstore offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drugstore, delivering solutions, delivering confidence.
Alex Outram back on the Wilcox Drugstore pregame show, joined by the head coach of the Anahuac Panthers, head coach Greg Neese. And Coach, coming into tonight's ball game, going to be an emotional night, senior night. How's the team been leading up to tonight in their preparation?
Well, we've had a really good week of practice, probably one of our best weeks we've had. We finally buried the East Chambers game after a good, long, old-fashioned film session after school on Monday. Because we did not play for whatever reason. I'll take the responsibility because I'm the head coach. But we didn't come out and play against EC. And, they outplayed us, outcoached us. And, it was just the only other time that my kids have not played a game and gave great effort was my very first one in 2019. We lost to Tarkington. So it was a strange night. The atmosphere was weird. But anyway, they're still keeping score, and we got beat by them, and now we're in a position we got to beat Buna. But we had a good old film session. It was about 2 hours long, and everyone was in there, and we saw everyone's mistakes. We held them accountable, and we showed them some of the good things. But we came out and had a very physical day on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and we're ready to play.
Good thing is here in district play, you have 2 wins under your belt, still pretty much control your own destiny to get through to the postseason.
Yes, yeah, we do, and we have to beat Buna. They have Tarkington and Hardin after us, so they've already gone through the other top 3 teams. They're 0-3, so their MO is that they beat Anahuac, and they're going to beat Hardin and Tarkington. They'll be 3-3, and we probably end 3-3, but they'd have us in a tiebreaker. So tonight is a crucial game for them to stay alive and for us to stay alive.
Buna is kind of a team where the record can be deceiving.
Just a second.
The record can be deceiving. A lot of talent on that Buna ball club.
Right. Yeah, they have the best running back in the district, and I think he's going to be wearing number 6 tonight. He and Javion were friends, and he's going to wear number 6. He usually wears 2. So y'all change that up there at AnahuacSportsLive. 2's wearing 6 wearing 2. But he's electric, and if he gets out in the open, ain't nobody going to catch him. He's track fast. The quarterback is probably the best pure thrower in our district, and they got a couple receivers. Now, they've been banged up on the offensive defensive line all year, and that's kind of what's limited them from having any success as far as wins. But they are very capable, and I'm very concerned about them.
Defensive side of the football for the Cougars, what are you going to have to do differently on offense this week?
Well, they do a good job of stopping the scat, which is our number 1 play, and we kind of saw what they did at Kirbyville, what they tried to do to us last year, and they got a good scheme, but we feel like we got a little counter scheme, so we're going to see how that goes, and if we're able to rush the football on them, I think we have an advantage there. If we can start moving the football on the ground, that just opens some things up. And we got to use Quandre Coates more. He's going to be, you'll probably see him in every position. Wildcat quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, kick returner. He's our GoDaddy, so we got to get him the ball some more.
Coach, know you got pregame activities here with senior night. Last question, keys to victory in tonight's ballgame.
Well, we've had so many daggum turnovers, and just out of the blue, we'll fumble a snap, it'll shoot up in the air, and it'll look like we hadn't practiced, and or running back will drop a pitch, and just you can't win games like that. The ones that you need to win by just giving them extra possession. So we got to stop that for sure. And then I'm concerned about them throwing the ball, so can't let them behind us and give up the big deep ball because they're very capable of doing that. So I would look at that. If we're able to defend the pass and not give up the big play and keep the ball in our possession on offense, we'll be okay.
All right, Coach. Well, appreciate the time before the game, and best of luck in tonight's contest.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Alex.
Head Coach Greg Neese of the Anahuac Panthers as we continue with more after this on AnahuacSportsLive. All right.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drugstore has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy. Continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs, Wilcox Drugstore offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drugstore, delivering solutions, delivering confidence.
Welcome back to the Wilcox Drugstore pregame show here on Anahuac Sports Live, as Anahuac Sports Live tonight brings you the Panthers taking on the Buna Cougars. And prior to the coaches interview, we were talking about the offense. Flipping it over to the defensive side of the football, there's been a lot of defensive leaders on this team, and the stats kind of back up what the team has done as a whole, but kind of let them down for the first time last week, as we've talked a lot about that bend but don't break defense.
Right. It seemed like that the Panther defense, was just not in sync last week either, and we talked about time on the field. with the offense, but the defense was on the field for a very long time last week. We saw that in the Orangefield game as well. And by the third quarter, the Anahuac D was just noticeably tired from the East Chambers running game. They're still top 3 in the district for defense overall, and I'm sure they want to jump back up in the stats their next 2 games left in the season. But defensively, the leaders on that team as the Panthers come out of their tunnel here. Tyler Kelly, 85 tackles, 15 for a loss, and 9 quarterback hits. Baylor Lanferman is next up, 73 tackles, 10 for a loss. Then it's Garrett Dye with 60 tackles to his credit, 4 of them for a loss, and then Brooks Henneke with 36 tackles. So as far as creating turnovers, they're still able to do that. I think they've still got like 15 or 16 turnovers created on the defensive side of the ball. So I think that, like Coach Neese mentioned, in the interview earlier, they've let last week go. They've got to move forward. They control their own destiny. They win these next 2. They're definitely into the playoffs. So, they've got to be a little bit more hype coming into this football game.
No, absolutely. The sense of urgency has to be a little bit higher. I think that's one thing we talked about on last week's broadcast was the sense of urgency where, just kind of lackadaisical coming to the line. Just in general, we talked about the feeling of how it was last week, and the Panthers have looked much better at home than they have on the road this year, and hopefully some of that home cooking can lead to some great results tonight as we get set for the Pride of Anahuac to play tonight's national anthem after the opening prayer.
Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play this game in a manner which by our words and our actions is pleasing to you. Let us enter into this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship and with respect for the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us be aware of his presence with us in this game. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will remain standing, face the scoreboard into the field for the raising of the flag by FFA members Michaela Johnson, Bentley Apsher, and Alyssa Humphrey, and the playing of our national anthem.
Pride of Anahuac with another fantastic rendition of the national anthem. And Trent, the band took home some hardware last weekend.
They did. They got straight 1s at their Region 10 band competition. They're going to be heading to Nacogdoches next Saturday. AnahuacSportsLive will be there for the area competition, and if they can pull out getting into the finals and get some more 1s, they're going to advance to the state, but one at a time, just like it is in football games. But the Pride of Anahuac doing what they do best and getting more and more trophies to put on the mantle there in the band hall.
Captains tonight for the Panthers: Brooks Henneke, the senior; Dakota Hennigan, the senior; Tyler Kelly, the junior; and Garrett Dye, the senior. For Buna, Toby Marsh, the senior wide receiver; to see some of the other numbers there. We'll be able to get them after the toss, being held here at midfield. Beautiful night for football here. Not as chilly as it was last week, as temperatures started creeping back up this week, but still a beautiful night nonetheless. A lot less humidity in the air.
Yeah, light breeze coming out of the south, but it is definitely much better conditions than it was a few weeks ago.
Buna going to be wearing their royal blue trousers with white jerseys, royal blue numerals, white helmets trimmed out in royal blue with the Cougar logo. The Panthers have won the toss, and they have elected to receive. Panthers going to be in their all-black uniforms tonight. Gold numerals, gold AP logo on the side of the helmet with their all-black matte helmets coming into tonight's ball game. Other captains for Buna included Billy Robinson III, Caden Dill, and Jacob Johnson. Want to thank Wilcox Drug Store once more for sponsoring tonight's pregame show as we are heading live into tonight's ball game. District 10 3A matchup. Got scores there on the bottom of the screen for some big games going on around the area and in the state.
Well, the biggest one, no bigger than the 4A Division II matchup between Hampshire Finette and Silsbee. Definitely going to be keeping a close eye on that one all night. All of the games on the bottom of the screen were included in our pick'ems, which you and I both have slacked on, and I think a result of that is because we haven't been very good at them.
It definitely fell off. Landon Corbett still has been doing pretty well.
Been super consistent is the former running back Landon Corbett. So he's buying for that Anahuac Sports Live hat or shirt, whatever he may choose. With only 3 weeks to go in the pick'ems, then he's in a very good spot, being up I think by 3.
That Franklin Lorena game is going to be a fantastic ball game as well. Franklin out early on top of Lorena 7-0. So we are set to kick things off tonight. Kicking off for the Cougars as they have it teed up at their own 40 is going to be the senior Toby Marks, the senior quarterback. Pooch kick is going to be taken at the 39 and going to be fair caught there.
And ladies and gentlemen, we again appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. If you could get into the chat, let us know how the audio sounds. We got a new audio device that we're debuting here tonight, and so far on our end it sounds pretty crisp and clear, but we're curious to know how it sounds on y'all's end.
First down and 10 from the 40 for the Panthers. Junior Logan Trotter brings his offense out, going 3 wide to open up the game. Handoff is going to go De La O. De La O is going to get tripped up, and he's going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up second down and 10.
Well, a little high snap there to Trotter, and he had to get it down quick, and playing a little bumper cars was Thomas De La O trying to find somewhere to go.
Go 1 wide this time. Lone set out is Cunningham, going to give the ball to Wilson straight up the gut. He's going to make positive yardage. It's going to be about a pickup of 4. It's going to be third down and 6.
We talked about Camden, getting a little bit more time. We didn't see it as much last week as we thought we might. But we'll see how much time he gets on the field tonight.
Pretty good starting field position for the Panthers. Definitely want to put good use to it. Going out of the gun, 3 wide. Near side is Moore and Coates. This one's going to go too high for Coates as Trotter could not make the connection, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, the ball just came out of his hand a little bit funny, it seemed like, and didn't have total control. It kind of floated over the heads of Coates. I couldn't tell who else was over there at the time.
there's some emotional aspects to tonight's senior night, and hopefully the Panthers can get their minds focused right as De La O gets into the punt. Is going to take a Panther bounce. It's going to take a fantastic bounce inside the 15. Is going to come to rest at the 11, and that's where the Cougars will set up shop for their first possession of the ballgame.
Well, we've seen Thomas been able to get his foot into a lot of punts this year. He's leading the district in average punts yardage. Another great one right there. Surprised that Buna let it go, considering the bounce that it got, but at the feet, it probably was the best choice because he would have mishandled it a little bit.
So first down and 10 for the Cougars. Their first possession of the ball game here in the first quarter. They're going to start from the far hash as Buna will be moving right to left as you look at your screens and listen on your devices.
Thank you, Will and Riley, letting us know how the new audio sounds on y'all's end.
Sets back, is going to set out a screen pass, and it's going to be behind the line of scrimmage, and I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like he might have at least lost a yard on the play.
So Mars drops it off to Johnson, and that will indeed be a loss of 1 on the first play from scrimmage for the Cougars. Brings up second down and 11. As we mentioned earlier, Cougars and Panthers really big ball game for both teams tonight, as the handoff will go straight up Broadway, and this one is going to pick up 2. It's going to bring up third down and 9.
Good pursuit there up front, and coming up with that, I think Baylor Lamperman on the tackle, popping up in the hole.
So Mars will come out of the gun. He's offset to the left by Johnson. 3 wide. Looks, quick hitch is going to be just off the fingertips of his favorite receiver, Caden Dill, as the ball was high, falls to the turf, and 3 and out for the Cougars.
Well, kind of a deja vu from last week, as we had 2 3 and outs on both first possessions of both teams, and now we're seeing it again, but this time Buna having to punt it close to their own end zone.
Clock stops with 9:31 remaining here in the first quarter. No score. Mars sets back to handle the punting duties, and that may have been tipped.
Might have been.
And picked up at the 25, and is going to be taken down at the 20, maybe the 19. And fantastic field position here for the Panthers for their second possession of the ball game.
Jason Nelson that picked it up.
Smart move by Nelson.
Didn't see who got in the backfield, almost putting a hand on it, which it kind of came out wobbly, and it might have been a tip there.
The Cougars looked like they were more in a longer shotgun position than a normal punting position, which is different, especially backed up that far in their own possession. But quickly here from the 19, out of the pistol formation, Trotter fakes the handoff. Rolling right, has Coates, tight end screen across the 20, and is going to be taken down. Looks like it's going to be about a pickup of 3. We'll bring up second down.
Trotter was under pressure, having to throw it off of his front foot there on the run, and luckily Coates hauling it in and getting positive yardage out of it. Waiting to see where they move the down marker.
They're discussing something. Personal foul. And he didn't make a signal other than the personal foul.
Ought to win against the Panthers from what I saw.
Yeah, it did go against the Panthers, but we didn't get a call as to what the penalty was. So that takes away the pass and catch. And that's going to back them up 15 yards. We'll bring up first down and 25.
So it must have been
dead ball, because it's they only went back. They went back 12 yards. So second down and 22, because it happened after the play.
see what happened exactly. Maybe a little jaw jacking, not sure, but
Trotter out of the gun. Looking for Cunningham down the sideline, cuts back in and out of the hands of Cunningham as he had made a fantastic move on the defensive back to cut it back inside. Just couldn't come up with the catch, and that's going to bring up third down and long.
Well, Trotter did step up in the pocket that time, set his feet, and delivered. And like you said, a great move by Cunningham, unable to haul it in. Second down and very long from the great field position that they did have off of the mishap punt earlier. Coates in the backfield is going to handle it this time.
Boy, Coates going to get his second rush of the year. He's going to pick up 6, and that's going to bring up third down. And I'll give him 7. Third down and 15, or fourth down and 15. We'll get it together.
Third down, 15.
Third down and 15. They had the line marker. Trotter rolling right, delivers. Coates at the 15. He's going to slip. He's going to be just 5 yards short of the first down.
Coates seeing all kinds of action so far, especially in this series.
So now it's fourth down and 5 from the 15. And it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field, and it is. From the Buna red zone. Trotter tries to find more. Looks like he was held on to. He looked like
he was asking for the flag.
The defensive back grabbed the back of his jersey and pulled him. You could see a tug, no flag, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Now let's see if I can't get the last part of that. As you can see, the intended target, and there was a little bit of a tug on the jersey prior to the throw, but not enough for the official to throw the flag. Turnover on downs, 1st and 10, Buna.
So first down and 10 from the 15, which is actually better field position than what Buna started with their first possession. 7:19 remaining here in the first quarter. Out of the gun. Fakes the pass, is going to keep it himself, and he's going to get across the 15. They're going to give him the 17, and that's going to be a pickup of 2 for Mars. Brings up second down and 8. I want to thank Constable Josh Kayla and family for tuning in to tonight's ball game. Sponsor here on Anahuac Sports Live. Second down and 9. Fakes the handoff, delivers the pass, and it's going to be right at the marker. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it a yard short, so that's going to be a pickup of 8. And we'll bring up third down and 1. It's completed to Billy Robinson III. Under center. Quarterback sneak is going to pick up the first down.
Oh, that's a helmet.
That's a helmet.
I thought it was the ball, but it was a helmet rolling around down there.
Hey, is Ava with you?
First down for Buna at their own 27-yard line.
Okay.
So first down and 10
Where are you at?
after the third down conversion from Mars. And the Panthers are going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 6:10 remaining here in the first quarter. There's no score. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
And I was muted the entire time. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to donate to Anahuac Sports Live, you can hit us up on Venmo, CashApp, or PayPal, any of the QR codes on your screen. You get a special shout out or message live here on the air as we get back down to the field.
Under pressure and going to be dropped as Tyler Kelly, and trying to see the number of who else got in there. Tyler Kelly and Dylan Derryberry both collide for a sack. Loss of 9. Second down and 19. Out of the gun comes Mars. 3 wide. To the far side. Fakes the handoff. Delivers. Is going to be had his arm hit on the delivery. It's going to fall to the turf, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and long. Clock stopped. 5:25 remaining here in the first quarter. No score on your Jerry Seafood Incorporated scoreboard.
I want to thank Anahuac Florist sponsoring the first quarter of play. Anahuac Florist, 409-267-3875, or you can reach them at AnahuacFlorist.com.
3rd down and long. Mars gets the snap, under pressure, throwing it up, and is going to go nowhere as Dill couldn't track the ball, falls harmlessly to the turf, and the Cougars are going to have to punt it away.
Well, the Anahuac Panther defense doing a great job up front in the trenches and pushing the Buna offensive line back a little bit and putting the quarterback much more pressure. So much more aggressive style here tonight from the Panther defense. And we saw it last week. They put the East Chambers quarterback under pressure quite often.
High snap is going to go over Mars, and it's still on the ground. Scoop and score for the touchdown. The senior, Garrett Dye, takes it into the end zone for 6. As the Panthers strike first.
And we just talked about how good a job that the front line has been getting into the backfield, and we showed it just right there. They got a tip on the last punt, this time getting to the punter, putting the ball on the turf, the scoop and score, and Anahuac has struck first.
Swing gate formation for the Panthers. And they're going to take it straight up the gut. De La O is going to get into the end zone to convert the 2-point conversion. So with 5:15 remaining in the first quarter, it's the special teams that strikes first for the Panthers as they now lead at 8-0. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Building a new home? Does your driveway need a long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get that lot cleared and build something great? Look no further and trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call today for a free estimate, 409-267-1057, or visit them on Facebook at Title Services, Inc.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thought I was going to take a play. Let's go back to the instant replay on the scoop and score on the Buna punt. And as you see up front, the Panthers get by, and on the edge, trying to see who it was Garrett Dye that came up with the scoop and score. And I don't know if it was Tyler Kelly that was back there that got to him first. It's kind of hard to make out those gold numerals sometimes.
It did look like the Cougars made an adjustment, and it was Mars who had scooted back a little bit more, but the delivery from the long snapper went over his head and, of course, led to the Panther touchdown. So Texum has it teed up at the Panther 40. Back deep for the Cougars is Dill. Texum gets under it. End over end kick is going to come down to about the 13. Dill across the 20, waiting for his blocks across the 25, goes backwards, and he's going to have nowhere else to go. fact, he's going to lose yardage from where he was, and they are going to mark the ball. Well, they are going to mark it at the 25. The referee was walking backwards, but the line judge here on the near side has it at the 25, and that's where the Cougars will have their next possession of the ball game. Now, we had talked about the pressure that the Panther defense had put last week, but it also looked like in the second half that the defense had kind of worn down a little bit.
Well, yeah, we've talked about it multiple times about the defense being on the field for so long and just running out of gas.
Handoff is going to go to Johnson, looking to break it outside. He can't, as he's going to be taken down. Coming in to make the play after he was forced back inside was Ezekiel Frere.
And we're starting to say Ezekiel's name a little bit more and more every week. He's becoming better and better.
Absolutely. Pickup of 4 brings up 2nd down and 6. Yeah, for you, that's somebody's name who we've started to mention more and more as the season has gone on, as Frere has been able to make a difference on that defensive line. Panthers looking to blitz. They've got 5 on the line, pitch right. Johnson cuts it back inside. Is going to get across the 30. He's going to dive forward. He's going to be a yard short after the pickup of 5.
Well,
we'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Like you said, the Panthers were showing blitz there. Tyler Kelly came in as the nose guard, actually. And they did get into the backfield, but you saw the track speed out of Buna's running back there.
Trips to the near side. That's going to be a false start.
Yeah, there it is. There's the flag.
And, yeah, some of the Panthers had stopped playing, too, as Marsh broke free. But the 1st down motion he made is going to be for naught, as that's going to be a penalty against the Cougars.
And as you can see, as they come up to the line quickly, it was actually the center that jumped, which you don't see very often, unless I didn't see somebody flinch on the outside on Buna's offensive line. But nonetheless, the play will come back. It will march it off.
So after the penalty, we'll bring up 3rd down and 6 now for the Cougars, as they've gone 1 for 3 so far on 3rd down. And as it stands right now, they still have their offense on.
Yeah,
3rd down. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Going 4 wide, and a late substitution, as we're going to have a timeout from the Cougars, be their first of the first half. We'll take it with them. 3:20 remaining in the first quarter. Anahuac leads Buna 8-0. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Swanky Insurance in Anahuac, Texas is dedicated to community and service. That includes saving you money. With access to over 30 carriers, Swanky Insurance will give the personal attention that you deserve and tailor any policy specifically to your needs. From home, auto, flood, and windstorm, they are the one-stop insurance agency. Call agent and owner Todd Swanky to get your no-obligation cost-saving quote today at 409-267-3115, or you can visit them at swankyinsurance.com. Want to know Anahuac's best-kept secret? The Crawfish Hideaway is just that. From fresh Cajun-boiled crawfish, shrimp, snow crab, and even homemade gumbo. While you're there, be sure to try their famous fried gator bites or boudin egg rolls. Starting in December, come get your bug on at 400 Miller Street in Anahuac, 409-267-6060, or find them online at crawfishhideaway.com. The Crawfish Hideaway, proud supporters of Anahuac ISD and Panther Athletics.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart back here from Kyle Whitefield. 3rd down and 6 after the false start penalty. 4 wide, rolling right. Marsh under pressure is going to be taken down and sacked. Getting back there is Tyler Kelly, as he was able to take him down.
And again, we see the Anahuac Panther defense getting into the backfield, making a huge play, and a 4th down punt again coming for the Buna Cougars.
Loss of 6 on the sack, and the punting unit will come back onto the field Now it looks like Morris is a little bit closer. Good snap. It's the kickoff. Line drive kick is going to be picking up and taken by Henneke. Makes a move. Is going to get positive yardage. Still fighting. And is going to get to the 44 of the Cougars. As for the second time in the first quarter, the Panthers are going to start in Cougar territory with 2:37 remaining in the first quarter.
Well, the punts that we've seen from Buna, aside from the one that was mishandled and the score on the last possession for the last possession that they had, kind of going off the end of his toe and not getting all of the football, giving the Panthers excellent field position once again.
First down and 10 out of the pistol. Richardson's the last back. This is going to be an end around the coach, though. Coach,
that was a good take.
Is going to pick up 10, is going to pick up more as he's going to get taken down at the 28, and that's going to move the chains for a first down.
I'll go back to this one because I didn't even notice that Coates was in the backfield. I think he came around on the end. He did. So Richardson was the lone back. They fake it to him here. And yeah, the end around and nobody home on the far side of the field where Coates got huge yardage.
Pick up a 17 on the play. First down and 10 Panthers. Takes the handoff to Richardson. Richardson's going to be caught in the backfield. He's going to lose 2. Will bring up second down and 12. You heard it in the pregame show where head coach Greg Neese talked about getting Coates everywhere on the field tonight, utilizing the big man, and that he has done so far. Pitch right, De La O cuts it upfield. Is going to pick up positive yardage. Going to be a pickup of 6. Will bring up third down and 6.
I was actually looking for Thomas down on the sideline because I hadn't seen him as much in the backfield. The Panthers definitely changing up personnel back there with Richardson and seeing Quandre back there already, and Wilson as well.
0 for 2 on third down tonight for the Panthers. 3 wide. De La O under pressure is going to float it to Richardson, and it's going to fall off his fingertips. What a play design there by head coach Greg Neese. Had him wide open.
I was just about to say it was a great design play if Richardson could just haul that one in. Unfortunately, drops the pass and bringing up a fourth down for Anahuac.
And it does look like they're going to go for it once more. From the Cougar 25, line to achieve is in between the hashes of the 18 and the 19. Five seconds on the play clock. Sends De La O in motion. Looking downfield, has Coates and is not going to be able to connect with him. Turnover on downs once more, and the Cougars will take over from their own 25-yard line.
Like a little confusion there in the backfield as Trotter was waving for De La O to go into motion. So a little bit of miscommunication on what the play might have been. Turnover on downs once again. And Buna is going to have to work from their own territory for another possession here.
Second turnover of the ball game against the Panthers. Buck 13 remaining. Morris out of the gun, goes 4 wide. Pitch is going to go to Johnson, looking for the corner, and is going to put the ball on the turf. And it looks like Dye jumped on it. And he did.
So going to go.
No, that was Henneke. Henneke came up with the fumble.
So Brooks Henneke on a big defensive play there as we take it back and look at it again. The handoff going to the far side over there, and I wanted to see who's got on him first, and it was Lanferman I saw in there, as well as number 15, Dylan Derryberry, who caused the ball to get coughed up and put on the turf, recovered by the Panthers, and the Panthers are going to start with great field position here again. They've got to take advantage more of this type of position if they're going to expect to put some points better on the board here, as that passes to the near side to Cunningham, and he'll be brought down close to the 15.
And we'll see where they mark it. Going to be a pickup of 9. First reception of the evening for Cunningham brings up 2nd down and 1. Check that, make it a pickup of 10. Move the chains, 1st down, 2nd first down of the evening, and then we're going to have whistles before the play. False start against the Panthers. Their first penalty of the ball game will bring up 1st down and 15.
And we talked about penalties more times than we care to. And it was one of those things that I brought up last week. Around 565 total yards and penalties for the Anahuac Panthers. They're averaging over 85 yards per game. Last week was the first time they've had less than 50 yards of penalties this season. So they've definitely shown some improvement over the last couple of games, trying to control those penalties, and they're definitely going to have to do so if they expect to be in the playoffs and be some, at least competitive to win those playoff games.
What are we talking about, guys?
And Alex referring to the referees down the field. It was definitely a false start. At least that's what we heard over the communication up here in the booth.
Head coach Greg Neese trying to get some clarification there on the sideline. Clock is stopped at the moment with 33 seconds remaining in the first quarter. New line of scrimmage will be the 21. 1st down and 15 as the clock starts rolling once more. Trotter's going to come out of the gun. 2 to the near side, including Wilson and Cunningham. Looks that way, under pressure. He's going to get it hard, trying to get it to Coates, and it's going to fall to the turf. If Trotter had roughly 1 more second, he probably could have made more of an accurate pass. But nice job by the Buna defense, as getting in there to disrupt the play was Brennan Hippler, the junior.
And Hippler put his face mask right in the chest of Trotter, bringing him hard down to the turf.
2nd down and 15 with 16 seconds remaining in the quarter. From the Cougar 21. 2 backs behind him. Goes to Wilson. Wilson is going to pick up some positive yardage. It's going to be just shy of the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 11. 0 for 3 on 3rd down so far on the evening for the Panthers, and that is going to be the last play of the first quarter. So we'll take it to the 2nd quarter of play. Anahuac leads Buna 8-0. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Gore Propane, family owned and operated by Jimmy and Renee Gore, has been servicing Chambers and surrounding counties since 1998. Gore Propane is the go-to company for all your propane needs, offering competitive pricing, tank sales, lease, residential and commercial propane sales, and bottling. They also offer automatic route and will call propane delivery for your convenience. Senior and veterans discounts available. Call Gore Propane today at 409-389-2245. Jerry's Oysters is a 3-generation family-owned and operated business located on Galveston Bay since 1970. Offering fresh, hand-shucked, and in-shell oysters year-round, Jerry's Oysters are available at your local H-E-B, or you can make a visit to their location in Smith Point, Texas. Locally sourced, high-quality, wild-caught, where our world is your oyster. For more information, call 409-355-2243 or go to jerrysoysters.com.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart back here from Kyle White Field, where as we begin the 2nd quarter of play, we've switched sides. Panthers moving right to left. Big 3rd down and 11 here inside the red zone. Rolling to his left is Trotter under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Getting back there was Dill.
Was it number 6? I thought it was Johnson.
I'm sorry, that was Johnson. Loss of 6 on the sack. And the Panthers are kind of in no man's land. So
they're going to attempt
they
a
are.
field goal.
Texham is going to have it teed up at the 30. It's going to be a 40-yard attempt here. Good snap. Kick is going to fall short, and it's taken by a returner in the end zone across the 10, across the 20, and is going to be taken down at the 25. They're going to give him the 26.
Well, going off the side of the foot was Texham on that field goal attempt. And Buna able to, a smart move, putting someone in the back of the end zone there to field that and bring it out. A lot better field position than they would have had on the turnover on down. So they're placed at the 26.
So Buna has actually improved their field position each time they've gotten the ball tonight.
By 1 yard.
Opened on the 11, then they had it on the 15. Now they've gone the 24, the 25, and the 26. So fifth possession here of the first half for the Cougars. Mars was going to deliver, and it is going to be incomplete, as they're going to say he was out of bounds when he caught it. We'll bring up second down and 10.
It seems like the Anahuac Panther offense hasn't found their rhythm. We've said that quite a few times in the first half of football games this season.
3 wide for the Cougars. They're now moving left to right. Looking to the sideline for the play. Still 15 seconds on the play clock. Marsh is going to be out of the gun. Offset to his right by Johnson. Pump fakes, delivers. It's going to fall to the turf, incomplete, and that's going to bring up third down and 10. 1 for 4 so far on the evening for the Cougars on third down.
Well covered on the slant there by the Panthers secondary.
Mars has started the ball game 2 of 7. Third down and 10 from the Cougar 26. 2 wide here to the near side as they look to stretch the field. Mars rolls right, comes back left. Wide receiver screen is going to break some tackles. Down the sideline he goes. He's going to be taken down at the 40. That's going to be a pickup of 14. Move the chains for the second first down of the evening for the Cougars.
It looked like Brooks Henneke brought him down.
First down and 10 at the Cougar 42. It actually gives the Cougars more first downs than the Panthers on the evening. Mars hands it off. Johnson straight up Broadway. It's going to be taken down. As getting in there on the tackle is Tyler Kelly. Johnson's going to pick up 2. We'll bring up second down and 8. He's got 4 carries for 13 yards.
The Panthers definitely covering the run and holding Johnson at bay so far. Kind of getting caught off guard on that last pass play that got Buna the first down.
Second down and 8 from the Cougar 44. Mars out of the gun. Looks quickly to the side.
Replay.
And is going to be taken down. But the Panthers looked like they were offsides.
Jason Nelson and Brooks Henneke bringing him down, but like you said, an offside free play for the Buna Cougars will push him forward. Oh, it's a false start against Buna.
Boy, that's the second time that they've called a false start where they haven't blown the play dead.
Yeah, and that's why I automatically assumed it was offsides.
Now, usually if they don't blow the play dead, it's illegal formation, but it looks like these are false starts. So nonetheless, loss of 5, second penalty of the ball game against the Cougars, and that'll bring up second down and 13. Mars looking for the screen. It's going to set it up, has it across the 40, and it's going to get stood up there by Henneke. He's going to pick up a couple yards, and that was some tough earned yards for Robinson the third.
Looked like Cole Willis also in on the stop.
Third down and 10. Cougars just converted a third down and 10. 2 for 5 on third down. .840 and counting here. 3 seconds on the play clock. Mars fakes the handoff, looking under pressure, and is going to get taken down and sacked. In on the sack was Baylor Lamperman. Cougars were going to have to punt. So the Cougars had their most sustained drive of the evening so far, and it is going to end in a sack and a punt. Back deep is going to be Henneke. Snap back. Kick as Henneke's going to take it at the 28, makes a move across the 35, looking for the sideline, has room, 45, across midfield, and it's going to be taken down at the Cougar 48-yard line. Great decision there by Brooks Henneke.
Well, he made a great move to start off as he picked up the football, one of the longest returns that we've seen Henneke get over the last couple of games, actually, as he's made some great decisions on whether or not to take him out or not. And
it looked like he was going to let that ball go, but looked up at the last second, saw he had some room, picked it up off the turf, and made a good return.
Yep. 4th
straight possession that the Panthers have started in Cougar territory, looking for their first offensive score of the evening. 7:52 remains before halftime. Trotter's going to come under center, sends 2 wide to the far side. Handoff is going to be put onto turf, and it's going to be recovered by the Cougars.
Delao unable to hold on to the football. And another offensive mistake made by the Anahuac Panthers will turn the ball over to the Cougars, who will have even better possession on this next possession, or better field position on this next possession, as they see, they've yet to have one in Anahuac territory, but they've gone to start at their, the 40, 19, 45, 26. Wait, that ain't the right one. There it is. The 11, 15, 24, 23, 26, and now at the 41 or 46.
Mars looking downfield, under pressure by a host of the Panthers, and making a tackle there. Ankle tackle was number 5. Nope, that's not number 5. That's number 9. That's Henneke.
Henneke been all over the field tonight.
And that, boy, if he gets by Henneke, he has some open yardage. Instead, it's going to be a loss of 4 and bring up 2nd down and 14.
Well, again, we see the pressure into the backfield by the Panthers. They're doing an excellent job making this this quarterback make decisions quickly.
2nd down and 14, 3 wide. Swing pass to Johnson. Is going to break some tackles, get across midfield. He's going to pick up pretty good yardage, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and manageable for the Cougars.
And Cunningham able to bring him down.
First reception that's been positive out of the 3 for Johnson. Picks up 12. 3rd down and 2. 2 of 6 on 3rd down here in the evening for the Cougars. Their first time in Panther territory. 6.5 and counting. Handoff. Johnson is going to, it's going to depend on the spot.
Might be a little short.
As it stands right now, it looks short. And that's going to be 4th down and 1. We'll expect the Cougar offense to stay down on the field. From the in between, it's going to be less than 1. It is 4th down and short. Mars hurries to the line and is going to...
He's going to get forward progress and the first down.
Boy, they gave him a lot of forward progress.
Yeah, he did.
How did he get... How did that come about?
So a generous spot there to move the chains. I don't know how he got a forward progress of 3. I was expecting maybe 1, if 2.
Third first down of the evening for the Cougars does move the chains. First down and 10 from the 42 of the Panthers. Sets back, delivers, is going to be caught at the 40 and taken out of bounds. Going to be a pickup of 6. We'll bring up second down and 4.
Billy Robinson on the reception for Buna.
Third reception for 16 yards for Robinson. No, they moved it back one. So
they'll make up their minds eventually on this spot.
Reception of 5 from the near hash. Clock stopped with 5:14 remaining here in the first half. Cougars driving. Pistol formation. Fakes the pitch under pressure and taken down by Kelly.
What a great job by Tyler Kelly, shooting out there like a bullet. As we take another look at that one.
Marsh stood no chance as Kelly just drove through the offensive line to take him down.
And keep your eye on Tyler Kelly in the middle of the field as he shoots right through an opening and gets to the quarterback, dragging him down. And another big defensive play for the Anahuac Panthers.
Boy, a loss of 11 sets them back to near midfield. Third down and 16. 2 of 7 on third down. Panthers look a little confused on defense. Snap. Under pressure, looking to throw down.
He's got a man.
He has them, and it's going to be away at the last second. Nice recovery by the defensive back.
That was Cunningham.
Cunningham was able to get back there and knock it away. Brings up fourth down and long.
Well, even on the confusion on what personnel were coming in on the defensive line, able to pull it together, and Cunningham, I mean, he had a few steps on him, and he was able to just get his hand in on their last second to make up some ground, and now the Buna punt team is back on the field.
Mars gets his foot into it. Spiraling kick is going to bounce at the 24, inside the 20, and down at the 17-yard line of the Panthers. Want to thank Whack Attack Lures for being tonight's sponsor of the second quarter. You can reach them at 281-682-8401 and at WACAttacklures.com.
Got some awesome fishing plastics from Whack Attack Lures. Can't wait to start trying them out here pretty soon. Got an assortment of colors and different styles. Is there a flag down on the 40, or am I seeing things? There is a flag down.
What was it?
They're still talking about it. What?
Did he just do the water sprinkler?
That's what it kind of looked like. We're trying to figure out. It is a personal foul, and the white hat is a little confused on what it might be, or he's just doesn't know the signal for. That's twice tonight that we haven't figured out what the penalty was for.
See if they're going to add it on to the end of the kick, or if they're going to make him re-kick. Well, now they're marching it off against the Panthers. So that's going to be half the distance to the goal.
Was it?
They put the ball down on the 8. And that is where the Panthers will set up shop here for their next possession.
Maybe an unsportsmanlike after the play.
4:17 remaining here in the first half. Pitch to DeLo. And there's some confusion on that play too.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's going to be a pickup of 2. Only the 3rd carry for Thomas Delo tonight. He's got 8 yards. And if it wasn't for the Panthers special team so far tonight, we'd have a ball game at no score. Trotter is actually coming off the field, and it looks like Braden Edmonds is taking over under center for the Panthers. Handoff, straight up Broadway, fighting his way forward is Delo. Delo is going to come up 2 yards short of the first down. We'll bring up 3rd down and 2 after the pickup of 5.
Edmonds still in under center. Quarterback sneak.
Edmonds is going to pick up the first down and more, as he's going to pick up 3. Moves the change, 3rd first down here for the Panthers. First down and 10 from the Panther 18. Edmonds under center. Handoff. Wilson straight up the middle is going to pick up some good yardage. That's not Wilson, that is
it's Dye. Yeah, we haven't seen much of Dye carrying the football over the last few games.
Dye picks up 9, brings up 2nd down and 1. Pitch to Dye is going to pick up the first down and more. Back-to-back first downs for the Panthers as the offense is starting to get in gear. Pick up a 7 there.
Trying to see what. So, because, I mean, Edmonds still under center for the offense.
So that was a pickup of 6 for Dye. And then there was a face mask against the Cougars, which is going to tack on 15 yards after the play. 3rd penalty of the ball game for the Cougars for 25 yards. First down and 10 from the Panther 47-yard line. Panthers looking for a spark here on offense. Edmonds under center. Pitch. Delo gets across midfield and more, as he's going to pick up 10 and some. Pick up a 12.
And now they're starting to feel a little bit of a rhythm here as they're hurrying back up to the line again.
Another first down. Handoff. Straight up Broadway. It's going to be a pickup of 6.
Well, definitely a change of pace that Greg Neese has done here late in the second quarter to get this offense going.
Dye quickly. It's got 3 carries for 21 yards. Panthers hurry to the line of scrimmage. Pitch back. Delo is going to pick up positive yardage. He's going to get 2, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. 6 carries, 28 yards for Thomas Delo. 1 of 6 on first down. Edmonds, inside handoff, is going to get stuffed in the backfield. And they're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage. As that was Delo on the carry on that one. That's going to bring up 4th down and 1. Panthers 0 for 2 on 4th down so far. Trotter comes back into the ball game. He's going to come under center. Dies the lone setback, sends Coates in motion. From the near hash, fakes the pitch, under pressure, and is going to be sacked.
A big play there by the Buna Cougar defense. Getting into the backfield, bringing Trotter to the turf, and the ball will turn over on downs once again. Once we thought that the Anahuac Panther offense was getting in a rhythm and starting to show signs of life, turns over the ball for the 4th time tonight.
So with 50 seconds remaining here in the first half, the Cougars will take over at their own 39-yard line. First time they haven't advanced the ball on a possession. 7th first half possession here for the Cougars. Mars under pressure, throws the ball up, Cunningham in coverage. It's going to be caught down the sideline. He goes to the end zone. Touchdown.
Wow. The Buna Cougars now on the scoreboard.
From 62 yards out.
We'll cut over to the Title Services replay here shortly.
I'm sorry, 61 officially. Caden Dill with the speed down the sideline to get by Cunningham, and just like that, Buna going for 2 to tie the ball game. Snap back, rolling, delivering is going to be broken up.
Almost
The
intercepted.
two-point conversion will fail, but with 40 seconds remaining in the first half, the Cougars put their first points of the ball game up. As your new score, Anahuac leads Buna 8-6. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Coastal Field Services, Southeast Texas' go-to company for right-of-way mowing, land clearing, site preparation, industrial commercial herbicide application, and industrial commercial site ground maintenance. No matter what your property maintenance or clearing needs are, you can rely on the professionals at Coastal Field Services. For more information, call 832-900-9800 and visit them at coastalfieldservicesllc.com. Going back to the previous scoring play for the Buna Cougars. As you see back into the shotgun from the 40. I mean, let it fly. And definitely well placed. And a huge play for the Buna offense as they have brought it within 2 here as we're getting closer and closer to halftime.
The favorite receiver of Toby Marsh. 10 seconds off the clock, took 1 play at 61 yards. It was Marsh to Dill on the pass and catch. The 2-point conversion was no good. Your new score, 8-6. Anahuac leads Buna on Jerry Seafood Incorporated scoreboard. Marsh has it teed up at the 40. Pooch kick is going to fall at the 34. Take a Buna bounce. And thankfully, the Panthers were able to jump on the ball. Very smart play there by Oscar Garza, as he was the one who made the call to hurry up and get down on it. Saves the Panthers from a turnover there.
Just took an odd bounce.
And with 40 seconds remaining still in the first half, the Panthers will have the ball at their own 37-yard line. All the 2 timeouts remaining. This is Trotter, rolling left, delivering, caught to Edmonds as he's going to get out of bounds. That's going to be a pickup of 7. We'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Give him a pickup of 6. Out of the gun. Offset to his right by Delio. Delivers and is going to be caught at the marker. We'll see where they mark it. They're actually going to mark it a yard short. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. Panthers take their 2nd timeout of the first half and keep it here. 1 of 6 on 3rd down for the Panthers this evening.
Some of those games at the bottom of your screen. Silsby up on Hampshire Finette 14-0 in the second. A big game over there in West Orange Stark as Jasper trailing 21-25.
Boy, that's been what it was advertised as.
Yeah, definitely. East Chambers all over Tarkington, and Franklin up on Lorena 35-21. I thought if anybody had a chance to beat Lorena, beat Franklin, it was going to be Lorena this week.
Yep. And that is the high-scoring affair everyone thought it would be. As we've seen here last few weeks, it looks like Hampshire Finette has been a second half team. So that'll be interesting to see as they just go to halftime. Trotter out of the gun. There's going to be a flag down before the play. Trotter took a hit. False start against the Panthers. Is going to make 3rd down and 1, 3rd down and 6. Second penalty of the ball game against the Panthers for 10 yards.
Did you get the 2 personal fouls earlier?
I did not. Oh, that's right.
So 4th penalty.
That is the 4th penalty. It's been confusing whenever he did it.
Yeah, I don't know what the personal fouls were for, but nonetheless, 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers.
From the 41, is going to throw high. Will fall incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half, and the Panthers.
They're going to elect to go for it.
Trotter is huddled up with head coach Greg Neese on the sideline.
I think they might let the play clock run down, take their final timeout to think about it, as we're approaching 10 seconds remaining on the play clock.
Four seconds, and
Gets
gets
it
the
off.
play. Is going to deliver to Coates, and Coates has it across midfield, breaks the tackle. Still trying to find his way. And with 2 seconds remaining in the half, they're going to call timeout once more. That'll be the last timeout of the first half for the Panthers, as they have it from midfield, and they'll be able to throw a Hail Mary from midfield.
Well, no choice but to try and throw the Hail Mary here. Don't want to turn the ball over for a pick six or anything like that, but I would think that they're going to try and hit Coates over the middle, somewhere around the 30 or 25, to see if he can't get some more out of the reception. But
6th first down of the first half for the Panthers, as here within the last few minutes of game time, they've more than doubled. They've actually tripled their first down output.
Well, I was going to say also, we did see a big touchdown play out of Quandre Coates on the sideline on a stop route a couple of weeks ago. They might try that as well here. But the deep threat to Cunningham is also available. And don't count out Moore also.
Trotter will come out of the gun. He'll be offset to his right by De La O. Rolling right, looking downfield. You hear the siren, as that is going to go over the head of the intended receiver, and that will be the last play of the first half. So they'll take it to their respective locker rooms, where at the half, Anahuac leads Buna 8-6. We'll be back with the halftime show after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corps, Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Chambers Health, Coastal Field Services LLC, The Crawfish Hideaway, Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Gore Propane, Hannah Cody Realtor, Jerry's Seafood Incorporated, Julia Luna Real Estate, K-Max Services, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Amber Villarreal, insurance agent with State Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Turan Lawn Care, Swanky Insurance Agency, Whack Attack Lures, Turn to Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drug Store in Anahuac. Anahuac Sports Live is brought.
Let's welcome to the field the pride of Buna, the Mighty Cougar Marching Band. Officers for the band are Kane Lewis, Sarah Mockenhoff, Audrey Billings, Chloe Hagabush, Becca Menard, Kobe Hancock, Bo Shipley, Saul Gomez, Skylar Fife, and AJ Hardwick.
Welcome back to the Porter's Processing halftime show. We're at the half. The Anahuac Panthers lead the Buna Cougars 8-6. And Trent, it hasn't been the best looking half for either team on the offensive side of the football.
It really hasn't. I mean, both offenses not really showing any signs of life outside of the big 61-yard play that Buna made to get 6 put up on the scoreboard. The Anahuac Panther offense, it started showing a little bit of life there in the second quarter. Hurrying up to the line and doing their hurry up offense with the run, and then with a 4th and short play, unable to convert. It's like I said, these deja vus where the Anahuac Panthers have got only 1 score in the first half is becoming more common as we look forward to the second half to see if either one of them can get anything going. Defensively, though, the Anahuac Panthers have looked good, getting to the quarterback often in the backfield and getting good penetration in the trenches up front. But, Alex, it's one of those things that the Anahuac Panthers have really got to figure out before they get to the playoff time. But they've got to handle this Buna Cougar team here tonight if they want to expect to even see the playoffs.
We can't get too far ahead, as got to make sure you get into the playoffs before so. And this is a vital game to win if you're the Anahuac Panthers, and the same for the Buna Cougars, as they're both vying to get into the postseason after district play. And it was around this time last week that we were talking about how well the Panthers had played in the second half. They come out last week, score on the opening drive of second half, and then there's no more points put up last week, hoping for a better outcome here in the second half this particular week. Stats as we have them. First for the Buna Cougars, 4 carries for 13 yards for Jacob Johnson. After a bevy of sacks for Toby Morris, he's at 6 carries for minus 17 yards. Morris is 6 of 11 for 84 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown going to his leading receiver, Caden Dill, 2 receptions for 75 yards. Johnson has 3 receptions for 7, and Robinson III has 3 receptions for 16. 3 penalties against the Cougars for 25 yards. Have them down for 5 first downs in the first half, and they are 2 of 8 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down. As for the Panthers, Thomas DeLo is their leading rusher, 7 carries, 28 yards. Camden Wilson's got a couple for 8. Darius Richardson has 1 for -2 yards. Quandre Coates has 2 for 24. Trotter has a sack where he lost 6 yards. Edmonds has a carry for 3, and Garrett Dye has 3 carries for 21 yards. 6 of 11 passing for Logan Trotter, 23 yards on 3 receptions for Coates, 1 for 10 for Talon Cunningham, and 2 for 9 for Braden Edmonds. 4 penalties for 32 yards against the Panthers, have them down for 6 first downs in the first half, 2 of 7 on third down, and probably more importantly, 0 of 3 on fourth down.
Yeah, I mean, especially that 4th and short that we talked about in the second quarter should have been, that was a pivotal 4th down that they weren't able to convert. But like you said, we've talked about the Anahuac Panthers being more of a second half team for the most part of the season, minus what we saw last week. But I'm sure that Greg Neese is going to make his adjustments as needed. We'll see what the Buna Cougars also come out and make their adjustments. We saw them passing the ball a little bit more as we were getting close to the end of the first half. Some scores around the area, games that happened yesterday. Beaumont Westbrook falls to Humble Kingwood 34-0. The Fort Bend Willow Ridge Eagles against the Fort Bend Marshall Buffaloes, who Marshall goes up big. 42-14 was the final there. The Humble Wildcats fall to Galena Park North Shore. No surprise there, but 38-24, a little bit closer than we might have thought. A big game for the North Shore Mustangs next week against Atascocita. Alex, we'll have a bye next week, but we might be looking at that game pretty close.
Absolutely. That game year after year is just so big, as they usually play 2 times a year. Usually play in district time, and they usually end up meeting in the playoffs.
Right. So the Katy Tigers take care of Katy Cinco Ranch 42-13 yesterday. Tonight, though, the Nederland Bulldogs lead Galena Park Yellow Jackets 28-7. They are in the third quarter. Huntington trailing Westwood 48-0. Westwood just seems to be getting better and better each week, so watch out for the Westwood Panthers as we get closer to playoff times. The Port Arthur Memorial Titans edging Baytown Lee currently is 21-13, so a one-possession ball game over there in the third quarter. The Newton Eagles, no surprise, taking care of Koontz 47-0. They are in the third quarter. The High Island Cardinals are trailing Leverett's Chapel Lions 55-18 there at the half. LaPorte is beating Baytown Sterling currently in the third quarter 27-0. Crockett trailing Woodville 42-21 there also in the third. Santa Fe losing to Port Neches Groves 44-14. The New Waverly Bulldogs taking care of Trinity 34-0 currently in the third quarter. Humboldt Summer Creek Bulldogs 28-0 over Beaumont United. Scrolling down here, Lovelady all over. That has actually gone final over Sabine Pass 64-7. One of those teams that we're watching in 2A and we talk about on the 5-9N Sports podcast all the time. Hemphill beating Warren 24-12. They're in the fourth quarter already over there in Warren. Barbers Hill is beating Humboldt Kingwood 42-14. The Dayton Broncos are trailing the Texas Stingarees 21-6 in the third. Cold Spring trails Diboll in a close one 3-0 in the third quarter. A big game over there in District 9 3A. Goose Creek Memorial losing to New Caney 35-7. The game that we had on our pick'ems this week, there at halftime, the Franklin Lions are currently leading the Lorena Leopards 35-21. The Hampshire Finette Longhorns, pretty much the game of the week around the state, at Silsbee. Silsbee is currently leading 14-0, and the Columbus Cardinals taking care of Yoakum 21-0. They are also at halftime.
So the Buna marching band coming off the field, and that will lead to the Pride of Anahuac taking the field, and we will bring you all the halftime festivities on the Anahuac side of halftime.
From custom processing, professional guided hunts, hide tanning, and gator merchandise, Porter's Processing and Alligator Farm offers a personal experience like no other. Locally owned and operated in Anahuac, Texas since 1987, Porter's has been Southeast Texas' premier choice for any hunting adventure need. Now offering full-service processing of gator, deer, beef, hogs, and other wild game. Make Porter's Processing this hunting season's one-stop shop. Visit them today at portersprocessing.com or call 409-267-8413.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Pride of Anahuac band. The band is led by drum majors Brielle Christensen, Pablo Salazar, and Braden Bowden. And color guard captain Savannah Desmond. The band is under the direction of directors Cody Cunningham, Morgan Contreras, and Aaron Porter. Marchers of the week are our senior class. Soloists Dahlia Pescador and Tyler Farrell. Tonight they will be performing their URL show entitled From the Ashes. We would like to congratulate the band on their performance at the Region 10 UIL Marching Contest. The band received a First Division Superior rating from all three judges and will be advancing to the Area C round of competition. The band will be performing at Stephen F. Austin State University at 2:15 p.m. on October 28th. Congratulations. Drum majors, you may begin your halftime performance when your band is ready. 2023-2024 band vote is Mr. Pablo Salazar. Band sweetheart, Miss Dahlia Hector. Congratulations to both students.
Custom processing, professional guided hunts, hide tanning, and gator merchandise. Porter's Processing and Alligator Farm offers a personal experience like no other. Locally owned and operated in Anahuac, Texas since 1987, Porter's has been Southeast Texas' premier choice for any hunting adventure need. Now offering full-service processing of gator, deer, beef, hogs, and other wild game. Make Porter's Processing this hunting season's one-stop shop. Visit them today at portersprocessing.com or call 409-267-8413. Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corps, Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Chambers Health, Coastal Field Services LLC, The Crawfish Hideaway, Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Gore Propane, Hannah Cody Realtor, Jerry's Seafood Incorporated, Julia Luna Real Estate, K-Max Services, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Amber Villarreal, Insurance Agent with State Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Turan Lawn Care, Swanky Insurance Agency, Whack Attack Lures, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drug Store in Anahuac. Anahuac Sports Live is brought.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Tyler Hart back here from Kyle White Field, where after half we are getting set for the third quarter of action. Both teams getting lined up in their inflatables. Again, want to thank Porters for their sponsorship of the halftime show. Awaiting either team to make their move first. Cougars are going to get the ball to start the second half. Panthers coming back onto the field. Trent, what we saw in the first half, obviously, other than the 61-yard touchdown pass that was given up on the one-play drive, Panther defense held pretty good.
Well, and that was the bright side of the first half that we did see. The offense, on the other hand, has not just been able to find their footing and get anything going. And it'll be interesting to see what head coach Greg Neese has made, adjustment-wise on the offense to see if they can't get something going here. Same is to be said on the Buna side of the offense. They, like you said, outside of the 61-yard pass, they haven't been able to get really anything going either. So it's all defense so far in this ball game. But the Anahuac Panthers, they're going to have to really get better push up front. I mean, the blocking has got to be a little bit better. Also on the pass, whenever you're giving Trotter a little bit more time. But you know, as I mentioned, Buna has got the best pass defense in the district, and they've done a really good job in the secondary and covering the Anahuac Panthers on the outside. We've seen Quandre Coates get open a few times and catch a few balls, but outside of that, the Buna Cougars have done an excellent job keeping the wide receivers at bay so far.
So both teams are on their respective sidelines as the Panthers are going to tee it up first.
Hardin scoring a couple of times. They've got 12 points on the board in the third quarter against Curryville. I think that's 20-12 as it sits currently.
East Chambers starting to run away from the Longhorns from Tarkington. Hampshire Finette and Silsby in the third quarter. Texum has the tee, as getting it teed up at the Panther 40-yard line.
Again, thanks to Porter's Processing sponsoring the halftime show. Don't forget about Porter's Processing as we get closer and closer to the hunting season. The bow season has already started, but as we get to gun season for the deer, be sure to look for them. As the ball's on the
Panthers
ground.
Are starting with an onside kick here.
I don't know if they had possession, but they're signaling it's Buna's ball as the play was whistled dead.
So the Cougars will start their first possession of the second half from their own 45-yard line.
So excellent position for Buna to start off the second half. I expect them to go more towards the pass as they were into the second quarter.
Panthers
defense trying to get this crowd going.
Panthers defense trying to get the sideline here. Good crowd here for senior night. As the Cougars will open out of the gun. Mars will send Jackson in motion. Mars going to keep it himself. And is going to pick up pretty good yardage. He's going to pick up 4, will bring up second down and 6. Just shy of midfield. Just underway here in the second half. Mars will send Johnson on the other side. He'll feed Johnson across midfield, down to 45. Fast. To the sideline he goes. It's going to be a race to the end zone, and he is going to be caught from 51 yards out. Jacob Johnson takes it to the house.
As we go back on the Title Services replay, Johnson hit that hole so quickly as he gets handed off the ball. Had a blocker in front of him, found the seam, and I mean, it was off to the races after that. Nobody was going to catch him, and the Buna striking first here in the second half of play.
Touchdowns from 61 and 51. 2-point conversion, fakes the handoff, rolls, delivers, and is good. So with 11:15 remaining here in the third quarter, Buna strikes quickly, takes the lead over Anahuac. They now lead at 14-8. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drugstore has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy, continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs. Wilcox Drugstore offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drugstore, delivering solutions, delivering confidence. Is in need of an update, or if you're getting ready to build a new home and need some site work done, K-Max Services can take care of you with culvert installation, crushed concrete, milled asphalt, or limestone road base delivered and spread at an affordable cost. They also offer dump truck, tractor, and brush hog services. And with winter right around the corner, they also have all the firewood you need. KMAX Services, give them a call. They can do it all at 361-425-6721.
Back here from Kyle White Field with 11:15 remaining in the third quarter. The Cougars have struck in the second half and have taken the lead. Quick onside kick is going to take the Cougar bounce, and they're going to have it. The Cougars are going to start with back-to-back possessions.
And momentum, you can kind of feel it. The Buna Cougars sideline fired up after that touchdown and the onside kick recovery. And it wasn't necessarily a designed onside kick. It was just another pooch kick, and the Panthers unable to just handle it.
Yeah, they had a ton of backspin on the football, dropped in front of a Panther player, and just went straight backwards towards the Cougars. And now 1st down and 10 from the Panther 41 keeps the Panther defense on the field. That last drive took all of 45 seconds. It was 2 plays, 55 yards, and was a 51-yard Jacob Johnson touchdown. The 2-point conversion was good. 14-6, Buna leads Anahuac on your Jerry's Seafood Incorporated scoreboard. Mars under all sorts of duress and is going to be dropped for his 5th sack of the ballgame. 6-yard loss.
And a group effort there, bringing him down in the backfield as Mars had nowhere to go with the football.
2nd down and 16. Buna moving left to right. Trips to the far side. A lone receiver to the near. 10 seconds on the play clock. Mars looks downfield, has a man on the slant, connects, and is complete. Going to be about 4 yards short of the 1st down. It's going to be a pickup of 12.
So they're going to give him an extra yard out of that. 3rd down and 5. So it gets all the penalty yardage back, plus 5.
3rd down and 5. 2 of 8 on 3rd down. Handoff. Johnson's going to get met in the backfield and dropped for a loss. That's going to be Tyler Kelly, no surprise. Loss of 4. Will bring up 4th down and 9.
That was all Tyler Kelly there, wrapping his arms well, formed tackle into the backfield for another loss.
Cougar offense appears to be staying on the field. Well, this could go either way. Now he steps back. Mars is going to punt it away. Low snap is going to fake it, and he's got all sorts of room. 1st down across the 30, and it's going to be taken down.
That's number 40 for the junior, Nick McKinney.
Pick up a 16, converts to 4th down.
Completely caught the Anahuac defense unaware of what was going on there. And a huge play on the fake punt for Buna as they keep things rolling. We're going to take a quick timeout. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. 9:12 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back to Kyle White Field, where after the officials' timeout, it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Cougars after they converted on 4th down on the fake punt. 1st down and 10 from the 26. Mars out of the gun, looks left, throws left, and is going to be incomplete, and there's the flag.
Yeah, there was a little bit too much contact there before the ball was even thrown to the intended receiver, and it will be pass interference. Flag is thrown down the far sideline around the 8, I'll call it the 13-yard line.
9th first down in the ball game for the Cougars. 5th penalty of the ball game against the Panthers.
Want to thank Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, sponsor of the third quarter here tonight. 409-277-0035. Give them a call. They can take care of whatever air conditioning issues or heating issues as we approach the winter season. And Desmo's does a great job. Stephen over there will take care of you.
Good Lord, make the call.
They're having some trouble tonight figuring out what the, I think the signals are. Did he, what? He signaled face mask.
I think he called for the horn to blow on a big rig.
But that was clearly pass interference against the Panthers. So after the penalty, ball is going to be placed at the 20. Make that the 19.
Cougars inside the red zone. Marsh will hand it off to Johnson. Johnson, center cut, is going to pick up 3. We'll bring up 2nd down and 7. 7 carries, 63 yards for Jacob Johnson.
Having one of his better games of the season so far is Johnson.
Which is really surprising because the kid is very talented, as we could see on that 51-yard touchdown. 2nd down and 7. Looking right.
I think there's 2 penalties on the play. I think we had a false start and also, well, maybe not just the false start. There was a flag that came in from the defensive backfield, and they're going to talk about it again.
4th penalty of the ball game for the Cougars for 30 yards.
As it stands. And it is going to stay that way, right? We're still kind of confused. Can't make up his mind. Oh man. So there, I believe there was offsetting penalty. Well, no, there's not. So it is the false start. That is what's going to go against Buna. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
So Buna from the far hash takes him out of the red zone.
Lorena ties it up.
Quick toss down the sideline. It's going to get slipped. The turf monster is going to grab him after a pickup of 5. Robinson Jr. on the reception. Wow, Lorena, you're not kidding. Coming back on the defending state champions, all square at 35.
And Franklin has the longest winning streak in the state currently, dating back all the way to 2021 on that state run that they made that year. Another state run last year. And like I said, if anybody had a chance to beat Franklin and break that streak, or beat Franklin and beat that streak, was Lorena.
3rd down and 9, pump fakes, throws to the end zone, is going to be broken up and incomplete. KJ Moore in on the coverage, and that will bring up 4th down.
Well, they will not kick it, I believe, because they've don't have much of a field goal kicker.
And Mars has been handling the kicking duties this evening. So 4th down and 9. 2 for 2 on 4th down this evening for the Cougars.
They'll have to get down to the 10 for the first. I have it wrong. It's 4th and 9.
Fakes the handoff, looking downfield, throws into double coverage. It's going to be incomplete, and that will be a turnover on downs.
And if the Panther defense needed it, it was right there as the Buna Cougars were pressing to score again. Turns it over, and Anahuac will have some field to make up if they want to get some points on the board themselves and retake this lead.
Taking over at their own 18, first time that they've touched the ball here in the second half. Trailing by 6. Trotter will go out of the gun. He'll be offset by De La O and Wilson. Rolling, delivering to Cunningham is going to be taken out of bounds as they should give him forward progress to the 30. They are not. They're going to give them 10 yards on the reception. That'll still move the chains. First down. Quickly, De La O off tackle left side is going to pick up a yard. 2nd down and 9.
Well, they didn't even give him a yard.
I tried, Thomas. 2nd down and 10 from the 28. Edmonds and Cunningham, they're wide out. They send Coates in motion. Fakes the pitch, hands off inside. De La O has daylight, straight up Broadway, fighting his way forward, is finally able to pick up chunk yardage on the pickup of 20.
And some patience there by De La O, letting his block in the hole open up and then shooting right through it. Another big yardage gain for De La O as they quickly get back to the line of scrimmage.
In Cougar territory at the 49. Snap back, handoff, De La O being dragged from behind, trying to drag some Cougar defenders. Only picks up a yard. Nonetheless, that gives them 10 carries, 50 yards. 2nd down and 9. Quickly, Trotter bobbles the snap, still delivers to Cunningham, who has it, makes a move, puts the ball on the turf, and we'll see who has it. There's a scrum, and the Cougars have it. Turnover, Panthers.
And putting a helmet on it was the defender that was covering Cunningham to cough the football up, and another huge play for the Buna Cougars. See if we can't go back to the replay and it didn't catch it quite in time enough, but the scrum at the end and Buna coming up with it. That's 5 turnovers on the Anahuac Panthers here tonight.
5:55 remaining here in the third quarter, and the Cougars are already getting their 3rd possession of the second half.
That's 17 total turnovers on the Panthers on the season.
The majority of which coming the last few weeks, is they had done a fantastic job at the beginning of the season to not turn the ball over. Late flag comes in on the incompletion. We'll have to see what that is in a few minutes.
Looks like it's going to be a hold against Buna, and it is. That'll back them up 10 yards.
5th penalty of the ball game for 40 yards against Buna. Will bring up 1st down and 20.
10-yard penalty remains, 1st down, 20 to go.
So backed up deep. Fakes and is going to be taken down.
Tyler Kelly, who else?
His 3rd sack of the evening.
Basically doubling his sacks on the year just tonight.
backed up to the 29 now. Line to achieve is the 48. No, I'm sorry, the 43. Second down and 28. Morris out of the gun. Looking downfield, being chased from behind, throws it up, and it's going to fall incomplete. That'll bring it third down and 28. 2 for 10 on third down this evening for the Cougars. This will be their longest third down attempt. Clock's rolling. Stopped at 4:40. Play clock at 15 and counting.
Have to reset the game clock.
4:55 remaining on the clock here in the third quarter. Third down and 28. Cougars on top 14-8 on your Jerry Seafood Incorporated scoreboard. Fakes the handoff, rolling right, under pressure. It's going to be taken down. Quandre Coates back there with Tyler Kelly.
And he was hit extra hard into the backfield. The Buna Cougars are going to have to punt it here. But taking a look on the Title Services replay, keep an eye on Quandre Coates in the backfield as well as Tyler Kelly in the middle. And the Panthers will get the football back to try to get something going here as we get closer and closer to the fourth quarter.
Loss of 7. Morris gets the punt. His best punt of the evening is going to take a side roll and then a Panther roll as it will come to rest at the 43-yard line of the Cougars.
The Panther offense is going to have to take advantage of this field position. Had great field position all night here tonight, but the turnovers has absolutely killed every momentum that they've been able to get in this football game.
5th possession starting in Cougar territory tonight. Panthers looking to take advantage for the first time. Five turnovers on the Panthers tonight. Sends Cunningham in motion to the other side. Brings Coates to the near side. Trotter can't handle the snap. Is under pressure. Is going to keep it himself. And is going to turn a negative into a positive as he's going to pick up, where are they marking it? 2. Will bring up second down and 8.
Fortunately there for Trotter, as the mishandled snap being turned into 2 yards there. And the problems kind of continue for this offense as kind of another mishandled snap, handoff up the middle. They'll give him forward progress and a gain of 1. And a third down coming and 7 yards to get the first.
Don't know if it's getting slick out there, but he has had some issues holding on to the football.
I don't think so. I mean, with the steady south wind, I don't think there's any dew accumulating down onto the field.
Third down and 6. 2 for 7 on third down tonight for the Panthers. Trotter delivers. Coates first down. Going to be a pickup of 10. Move the chains. 9th first down of the ball game for the Panthers. 4th reception for 33 yards for Quandre Coates. Inside the 30. New line of scrimmage is the 29. Out of the pistol. Handoff. Fakes it. Quandre Coates on the end around. He's got room. Cross the 25. Cuts it back upfield to the 20. We'll see where they mark it to see if they give him the first down.
Pretty sure they're going to. Maybe.
Nope, they're going to call it a pickup at 9. Brings up 2nd down and 1. 3 carries, 33 yards. De La Ho gets the first down and more. Pickup at 8. 10th first down. 59 yards on 12 carries for De La Ho. 6th play of the drive for the Panthers. Pitch. De La Ho makes a move, cuts it back. It's going to pick up yardage again, showing his patience there.
Yep.
Picks up 7. 2nd down and 3 inside the 10 of the Cougars. Handoff. De La Ho straight up Broadway into the end zone. Touchdown from 7 yards out. And the Panthers finally take advantage of the field position to hit pay dirt. 14 all, ending the point after.
Well, and they almost had to there. I mean, it was kind of their backs against the wall to get back into this football game as they set up for the PAT.
Garza on to handle the point after. The kick is up. The kick is good. So with 1:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Panthers have answered the Cougars' strike, and they now take the lead 15-14. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart back here from Kyle White Field, where the Panthers have taken the lead. Texum has it teed up at the Panther 40. Gets into it, end over end kick is trailing towards the sideline, taken at the 11, across the 20, and pushed out of bounds at the 26, 27, they're gonna mark it. 8 plays, took 3:26 off the clock. Panthers drove 43 yards. It was a 7-yard Thomas De La Ho rush straight up the gut. Point after was good, and the Panthers take the lead 15-14 on your Jerry Seafood Incorporated scoreboard.
Man, Hardin tying it up there.
Wow.
Against Curryville, 20 all, and then it's 42 all, Lorena and Franklin.
So Buna at their own 27, 4th possession here of the 3rd quarter. Out of the pistol. And the Cougars are going to have to take a timeout. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it with them. Kind of an early timeout being taken, but didn't like what he saw was
I
was looking over there to the sideline. But anyway, we'll take it with them, ladies and gentlemen. Back here shortly. 1:36 remaining here in the 3rd quarter as Anahuac is edging Buna 15-14.
Hello, my name is Mark Poggles, and I'm the pastor at Community Christian Fellowship Church in Oak Island, Texas. I would like to personally invite you to join us for Bible study during the week and our church services on Sunday morning. We have a nursery for the little ones, and our church family will greet you with a smile on their face and a loving heart. Come and celebrate with us as we study God's Word and give Him all the praise and thanks He deserves. Hope to see you there. Take care and God bless. Go Panthers.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Anahuac Sports Live, as Buna has just taken their first timeout of the second half. 1:36 remaining here in the third quarter.
First down and 10 from the 27. High snap. Marsh has to sidearm it, and that falls incomplete. We'll bring up second down.
Kind of stumbling there was Marsh, unable to get his feet set.
9 of 17 on the evening for Toby Marsh. 117 yards through the air.
We've seen consistently from the Panthers defense able to get into the backfield and put Marsh under pressure.
Pistol formation now. Handoff. Johnson is going to be taken down in the backfield. Henneke and
Kelly. No, that was Braden Lanferman. Or not Braden. The other one, Baylor.
Loss of 1. 8 carries, 62 yards for Jacob Johnson. Brings up third down and 11. Their 12th third down tonight. They are 2 of 11 here on third down and 11. Clock rolling late in the third quarter. Fakes the handoff, delivers downfield, has the first down and more. Across midfield, getting to the sideline, across the 30. Going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 20.
Brennan Hippler, number 5, the junior.
50. Boy, more than that, 60. That's a 60-yard pass and catch. 10th first down of the ball game for the Cougars. Quick toss goes to Dill. Dill reversing field, and it's going to get taken down by the turf monster.
Yeah, kind of.
Boy, that didn't look good.
Yeah, kind of twisted his ankle there. We're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Anahuac Sports Live.
Building a new home? Does your driveway need a long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get that lot cleared and build something great? Look no further and trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call today for a free estimate, 409-267-1057, or visit them on Facebook at Title Services, Inc. Swanky Insurance in Anahuac, Texas is dedicated to community and service. That includes saving you money. With access to over 30 carriers, Swanky Insurance will give the personal attention that you deserve and tailor any policy specifically to your needs. From home, auto, flood, and windstorm, they are the one-stop insurance agency. Call agent and owner Todd Swanky to get your no-obligation cost-saving quote today at 409-267-3115, or you can visit them at swankyinsurance.com. Want to know Anahuac's best-kept secret? The Crawfish Hideaway is just that. From fresh Cajun-boiled crawfish, shrimp, snow crab, and even homemade gumbo. While you're there, be sure to try their famous fried gator bites or boudin egg rolls. Starting in December, come get your bug on at 400 Miller Street in Anahuac, 409-267-6060, or find them online at crawfishhideaway.com. The Crawfish Hideaway, proud supporters of Anahuac ISD and Panther Athletics.
Welcome back to the fourth and final quarter of play, where second down and 19 after the loss of 9. Looking downfield, has a man wide open into the end zone. Touchdown for the Cougars from 29 yards out on the first play of the fourth quarter.
Wow. I mean, he had a huge lead on Oscar Garza over the middle. And that was just basically a walk-in at that point, as the Buna Cougars answer here early in the fourth.
Cougars going to go for 2 to try to take a 7-point lead. High snap. Marsh is going to keep it himself. Reaches for the goal line and
no signal yet. And they're going to call him down by contact.
They're calling him down before he crossed the goal line. 2-point conversion is no good. But with 11:53 remaining in the ball game, the Cougars have taken the lead. They lead it 20-15. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Gore Propane, family owned and operated by Jimmy and Renee Gore, has been servicing Chambers and surrounding counties since 1998. Gore Propane is the go-to company for all your propane needs, offering competitive pricing, tank sales, lease, residential and commercial propane sales, and bottling. They also offer automatic route and will call propane delivery for your convenience. Senior and veterans discounts available. Call Gore Propane today at 409-389-2245. Jerry's Oysters is a 3-generation family-owned and operated business located on Galveston Bay since 1970. Offering fresh, hand-shucked, and in-shell oysters year-round, Jerry's Oysters are available at your local H-E-B, or you can make a visit to their location in Smith Point, Texas. Locally sourced, high-quality, wild-caught, where our world is your oyster. For more information, call 409-355-2243 or go to jerrysoysters.com.
Back here from Kyle White Field, where with 11:53 remaining in the ball game, the Cougars have struck back from 19 yards out. It was Marsh to Harrison. The 2-point conversion was no good. And your new score is Buna leading Anahuac 20-15 on your Jerry Seafood Incorporated scoreboard. Marsh has it teed up at the 40. Gets into it, end over end, is going to be off the defender who tried to catch it, was on it. The Cougars jump on it. Is there a flag down?
We're saying delay of game down on the field against the Cougars, and what would have been a huge recovery is going to be erased.
Referees conferring about the call, and that could save the Panthers a turnover.
They continue to talk about it.
They're coming over to the sideline. And they're obviously going to re-kick, so
what would have been a second recovery, as Buna's head coach not happy whatsoever. Waiting for an official call. So we're hearing delay of game.
So the penalty will take it back 5 yards, and the Cougars will be re-kicking from their own 35. And Kevin Terrier is not happy whatsoever. 6th penalty of the ball game, and possibly none bigger against the Cougars. Mars has it re-teed up from the 35. The stands are now shaking as Panther faithful
didn't have a whistle to go. Referees were not ready down on the field, so they're going to have to reline the kicking team up as we finally get the kick away. Another attempt, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Wow, and did the Panthers get lucky once more as the defender, Hart, actually ran right past the football. The Cougars had a chance to recover that one as well, but the Panthers will take over. We'll see where they spot the football after the penalty.
Let's see if I got the previous kick on the title services replay, and I didn't. It was the scoring play that Buna had on the last possession. But the Anahuac Panthers fortunate enough to get the ball at the 45. And a false start being tacked on against the Buna Cougars. And now the ball is placed at midfield. And the Anahuac Panthers are going to have to answer here to try and retake this lead.
11:53 remaining in the ball game. Trotter under center, pitch right. De La O will get across midfield. He's going to fall forward to the 48. That's going to be a pickup of 2. 15 carries, 75 yards, brings up 2nd down and 8. Panthers have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Panthers trying to answer back the Cougars' touchdown drive. Trotter gets the play call from head coach Greg Neese. From the Cougar 48. 2 backs, Wilson, De La O. De La O gets it. It's going to pick up a couple, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Two of 8 on 3rd down this evening. Now they're going to give De La O 3. We'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Buna defense has played a pretty good football game tonight.
Yeah, they have. Able to put Trotter under pressure. Very well covered in the secondary for him.
Quick toss to Edmonds. Edmonds across the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get 1. That's going to bring up 4th down and 4.
A very big 4th down for both teams here with just right at 10 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Panther offense is still on the field. Fourth down and 4 from the 44. Timeout Panthers. Stops the clock with 9:51 remaining in the ball game. Panthers trail 20-15. We'll take a break. Back after this.
Coastal Field Services, Southeast Texas' go-to company for right-of-way mowing, land clearing, site preparation, industrial commercial herbicide application, and industrial commercial site ground maintenance. No matter what your property maintenance or clearing needs are, you can rely on the professionals at Coastal Field Services. For more information, call 832-900-9800 and visit them at coastalfieldservicesllc.com.
4th down and 4. Panthers going for it for the 4th time. Under pressure as Trotter tries to set up the screen. It's going to fall through the turf. Will be incomplete. And that is the 6th turnover of the ball game. 3, now I'll check that, 4 turnover on downs tonight.
Well, I mean, you were talking about it during the break there. Kind of expected the Panthers to delay handoff to Delao up the middle, instead electing to pass it, and Buna bringing the rush and putting Trotter under pressure, unable to complete it. And now, with 9:45 remaining, I expect Buna to start running the football a little bit more here, trying to milk this clock.
Taking over at their own 44. Snap is on the ground, under pressure, and taken down once more.
The Anahuac Panther defense continuing to show resilience here and getting big plays. 2nd down and what looks like 19, I believe. Make it 18.
2nd down, 18.
7 sacks on the evening for the Panther defense. Clock still rolling as we'll tick under 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. 2nd down and 18. Pistol formation. Marsh will pitch it to Johnson. Johnson trying to get the edge, does across the 40, rolls over a defender, and is going to fall forward to the 44. Going to get the 8 back, and we'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
It's a great stiff arm by Johnson there to get those extra yards and back to the original line of scrimmage.
9 carries, 70 yards for Jacob Johnson, as we have. Boy, look at Lorena and Franklin all square at 49.
Incredible.
Kirbyville and Hardin in overtime tied at 20.
That could be a pivotal game in this district, as Hardin is winless so far this season.
3rd down, fakes the handoff. Mars is going to have the ball tipped. That's Coates who tipped it.
That was
Going to be incomplete. We'll bring up 4th down.
I mean, that ball bounced before the line of scrimmage, but it was tipped in the backfield. So 4th down and 10 now for the Cougars. As I'm wondering, yeah, they're going to punt it away. They did have a fake earlier in the first half.
Snap back, line drive, punt is going to bounce at the 26, will be taken at the 19. Henneke runs into his own defender, will be taken down at the 30. And that is where the Panthers will set up shop here with 7:50 remaining in the ball game.
Unfortunate that Henneke ran into his own player there, because he had a seam up the middle. And if he would have gotten past that, he may have broke it. But nonetheless, ball placed at the Anahuac 30. And still unable to get things going offensively is Anahuac.
Should be 7:50. So they're going to call it with 7:55 remaining here. Panthers will take over at their own 30. Defense stood strong. Offense trying to hold up their end of the bargain. March down the field on this Cougar defense. From the near hash, Panthers moving left to right. Pitch back. Delo gets met in the backfield, fights his way forward. He's going to pick up 2 on forward progress. They're going to give him 3 on forward progress. He's got 80 yards on 17 carries, brings up 2nd down at 7.
Has gone final in die ball. The Lumberjacks edge the Trojans 3-0 in a very tight game over there.
Pistol formation. Coates, the beat back,
Timeout being called by the Panthers.
Second timeout of the half. We'll take it with them. 7:18 remains in the ball game. Buna leads Anahuac 20-15. Back after this.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drugstore has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy, continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs. Wilcox Drugstore offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drugstore, delivering solutions, delivering confidence.
Second down and 7 here at the Panther 33-yard line. Out of the gun is Trotter. He's offset to his right by Coates. Coates is going to get the handoff. Left tackle is going to get tripped up after a pickup of 2. That's going to bring up third down and 5. That is Coates' fourth carry for 36 yards. All important third down and 5. Clock running, 6:45 and counting. Panthers have burned 2 timeouts on this drive. Out of the pistol. Trotter puts the ball on the turf.
It's still on the turf.
De La O goes after it. He's going to jump on it at the 20. But what could have been a manageable fourth down is now going to be fourth down and long.
Man, and the mistakes continuing to mount for this Anahuac Panther offense. It seems like they're just off kilter for whatever reason it might be.
Panthers are going to have to punt it away as the punting unit comes on.
With 6 minutes, clock still ticking. Anahuac only has 1 timeout remaining.
De La O set back to punt it away. Good snap. Hits the kick. Good kick. High kick is going to take a bounce at the 49 and batted around.
I thought it was playing ping pong there. I don't know if it touched anybody. I guess it didn't. But the Buna Cougars will have it at the 50.
Clock stops on the change of possession with 5:40 remaining in the ball game.
It has gone final in Hardin, where the Kirbyville Wildcats beat them 32-20.
I think we had
we thought it was in overtime, but I don't think that it was.
We got score juke. Mars hands off. Johnson gets the edge. Is going to get across midfield. He's going to pick up 4, and that's going to bring up second down and 6. It looked like he could have had a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like Henneke was in there, got a hand on him. But if he's not tripped up there, he had a lot of daylight.
Cougars going to be methodical with their plays, trying to burn as much clock as possible. We'll be under 5 minutes remaining in the ball game here with this next snap.
Yeah, you got to expect them to keep going to Johnson.
Second down and 6. High snap. Mars is going to just eat it at the 40. It's been a hot potato tonight. We're going to bring a third down and long. Heat third down of the evening for the Cougars.
That's why I'm kind of chuckling a little bit, because there's been all kinds of mishandled snaps, high snaps, low snaps. Ball's been put on the turf a lot by both teams.
Loss of 14 on the play is going to be third down and 19. 2 for 13 on the evening on third down as Buna. Mars fakes the throw, has time, looking downfield, and is going to be incomplete.
ball bounced off a few defenders there in the secondary for Anahuac. KJ Moore back there along with Brooks Henneke. And also Oscar Garza. So Buna will have to punt it away once again here, and Anahuac will have another shot.
More importantly, the clock stops on the incompletion. Snap back, gets it away. Line drive kick. Henneke is not going to take it this time, and it's going to be touched at the 20. And the Panthers are going to have to drive 80 yards to try to take the lead. 3:51 remains in the ball game.
And you got to think that this is probably going to be the Panthers' last shot, giving the time remaining and the timeouts that they have left.
Under center is Trotter. Pitch, De La O, right side, is going to pick up a couple, brings up 2nd down and 8.
Scat play here to the near side for De La O. And like Greg Neese said, the Buna Cougars cover the scat really well, and they've done so here tonight. Very good defensively for the Cougars. Just holding this offense, to the yardage that we talked about last week, that they didn't have the yardage that they've been having, and this week is kind of the same scenario.
2nd down and 8 from the Panther 22. Trotter under center, fakes the handoff, is going to deliver and caught. Dye is going to get the 1st down. He's going to take it to the 35, as that's going to be a pickup of 13, move the chains, 1st down.
And brought down by Clayton Hancock over there on the far side, as Dye kind of bulldozed his way into that 1st down.
1st down and 10 from the 36. Trotter back under center. De La O, the lone setback. Going to get the pitch and is not going to get much. Maybe a yard. And they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. 19 carries, 82 yards for Thomas De La O. Clock rolling, 2:40 and counting.
Panthers trying to put together a solid drive here to go ahead in the football game and try to sneak this win.
Pistol formation. Fakes the handoff. Quick toss is going to go to Dye. Dye is going to get out of bounds at the 46. That's going to be a pickup of 11. They're going to give him the 47. That's a pickup of 12. 2nd reception for 25 yards. Moves the chains once more, 1st down.
Well, we saw that exact same play on the opposite side of the field 2 plays ago, where Dye was able to get the 1st down. He does it once again, this time to the near side.
Clock stopped with 2:16 remaining in the ball game. 1st down and 10 from the 47. And Buna's going to take their 2nd timeout of the 2nd half. We'll take it with them. We're in a tight one. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drugstore has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy. Continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs, Wilcox Drugstore offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff.
1st down and 10 after the Cougar timeout. Trotter delivers, Coates caught, and is going to get past and drag a defender. He's going to pick up an extra couple yards. That's going to make it 10 to move the chains. Clock will stop on the 1st down.
And starting to get something going now as we approach the 2-minute mark left in the football game is the Panther offense.
Ball is reset and the clock rolls. 1st down and 10 from the Cougar 44. 43 rather. And
cannot stress enough, I'm not sure what the call is here, but cannot stress enough how important this football game is for the Anahuac Panthers and the playoff implications that it will have moving down the road here.
First down and 10, clock rolling. Inside handoff, De La O following his blockers is going to pick up a few. He's going to get 3, and that's going to bring up second down and 7. Drive started with 3:51 remaining in the ball game. This is going to be the 7th play from the Cougar 40.
Anahuac has 1 timeout remaining. Clock continuing to roll.
Broader out of the gun. Fakes right, throws right, stop and go for Cunningham. He has them, and it's going to be intercepted. The ball is intercepted with 67 seconds remaining in the ball game, and that's going to do it.
Wow. Go back to the title services replay as it was very well covered downfield. Trotter pumps to his right, goes right, looking for Cunningham, and watching the ball all the way into his hands was the defender, number 12, Jackson Hart, as the Buna Cougars come in and shock the Anahuac Panthers. Unless something crazy happens here with 1:07 remaining, all they should have to do is run it a couple of times. They are backed up to their own end zone. Ball placed at the 4-yard line. And we'll talk about what this means as there's, I don't know if there was movement up front or he was trying to take a knee.
No, they took a knee.
Okay.
Victory formation, one more knee. Well, Panthers do take their final timeout here of the second half. Want to thank Realtor Hannah Cody for her sponsorship of the fourth quarter. As you can reach Hannah at 409-277-0806. You can also reach her in the email, hannahcodyhomes@gmail.com. I want you to stick around for the KMAC Services post-game show.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about how this game impacts things moving forward with the remaining schedules of the Buna Cougars, as well as the upcoming game that the Panthers will have against Tarkington.
Well, you have to favor the Cougars as they get back-to-back games with teams who are winless in 10-3A play. Cougars trying to take another knee. They will, and one more knee will do it. Panthers cannot stop the clock.
You got to be careful here. They're on the 1. And the Anahuac Panther defense going to try to make this ball. Surprised they're not letting the clock run down a little bit further.
And that'll do it.
They get it, though.
They take the knee. The Buna sideline is celebrating as they know that they now hold their own destiny in their hands. So as the siren blows here to end the ball game, the Cougars have come into Anahuac and defeated the Panthers 20-15. We'll wrap things up on the KMAC Services postgame show after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Y'all have a good one.
All right, Carl.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corps, Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family. Anahuac Florist. Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. The Beginning Mexican Grill. Community Christian Fellowship Church. Chambers County Abstract Company. Chambers Health. Coastal Field Services LLC. The Crawfish Hideaway. Desmo's AC and Refrigeration. Four Corner Tires and Oil. Gore Propane. Hannah Cody Realtor. Jerry's Seafood Incorporated. Julia Luna Real Estate. K-Max Services. Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm. Amber Villarreal, insurance agent with State Farm. Title Services Incorporated. Turan Lawn Care. Swanky Insurance Agency. Whack Attack Lures. Turn 2 Specialty Companies. And Wilcox Drug Store in Anahuac. Anahuac Sports Live is
Welcome back to the KMAX Services postgame show. Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart back here from Kyle Whitefield, where we have gone final. Buna has defeated Anahuac 20-15, and Trent, kind of like last week, the Panther offense just seemed like they couldn't take off.
Well, it was just super flat. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, the Panther offense, it just was not able to get a rhythm. I've said that multiple times this year, of course, but credit to the Buna defense. They came out here, and got really good penetration up front, getting to Trotter often, putting him under pressure, unable to really get the pass game going or the running game going for that matter. In the secondary, Buna was pretty much lights out, as you saw the interception that sealed the deal for them there in the fourth quarter. Intercepting the ball down at the 4-yard line. And Alex, this really changes the outlook of what this district is going to end up as and what the Anahuac Panthers are looking at as far as possible playoffs now that they've dropped 3 district games.
Well, we talked about it before the game. The Panthers held their postseason in their own hands, and now it's taken out of their hands. They're going to have to rely on Tarkington and or Hardin to provide an upset, and even that, it's going to be even tougher.
Well, I mean, Hardin played, Kirbyville pretty close. They have a shot. I mean, Tarkington does too, to try and beat this Buna team. Buna basically has to win out the rest of their games to squeak in the playoffs over the Anahuac Panthers at this point. Orangeville, Kirbyville, and East Chambers are pretty much locks now at this point. There's a lot of different scenarios that could happen. We're going to talk about playoff scenarios on the 5-9N Sports Show podcast on Monday with Craig Irwin and Toby Tullis and myself. So be sure to be watching for that to drop on the 5-9N Sports Facebook page and the Anahuac Sports Live Facebook page. But Alex, really disappointing loss. You can feel it in the stadium. The fans, the players, and the coaches all know how important this ball game really was. And the Anahuac Panthers now are just going to have to take care of business after the bye week against Tarkington and sit around and watch to see how everything unfolds.
Yeah, this is this team just hasn't looked the same the last couple of weeks. Can't really put my finger on what's been going on, but hopefully the bye week can give them some time to study what they need to do, put some things in place, and then come out and pull out a victory against the Longhorns in a couple of weeks. Looking at the stats as we have them, first for the Panthers, Thomas DeLo, the leading rusher for the Panthers, 20 carries, 85 yards, and the lone offensive touchdown, as Camden Wilson had a couple of touches for 8. Darius Richardson had 1 for -2 yards. Quandre Coates had 4 rushes for 36. Trotter had a couple for -4. Edmonds had 1 for 3, and Garrett Dye had 3 for 21. As through the air, 13 of 20 for Logan Trotter with an interception. Those receptions going to Quandre Coates, who had 5 for 43. Talon Cunningham had 3 for 27. Edmonds had 3 for 10, and Garrett Dye had 2 for 25. 5 penalties against the Panthers tonight for 47 yards. And Trent, probably the most eye-opening stat tonight for the Panthers. 7 turnovers, 4 of which were on turnovers on down, 2 fumbles, and an INT.
Well, I mean, we talk about penalties all the times and how you can't win football games on penalty yards, but turnovers is the other thing, right? You can't turn over the football that much and expect to win. That's just something that we have not seen out of this Anahuac Panther team do this season, and turn the ball over like that. The miscommunication issues as far as handling the football on the snaps and, coughing it up and fumbling it on some of these runs is just, something that the Panthers are going to have to really key in on, because that the Tarkington Longhorns have been paying attention. They also have that game circled on their calendars, because if Tarkington wins out the next 2 games against Buna, and I think they have Hardin as well. I have to go back and look at their schedule. Now, let me just pull it up here real quick. Tarkington has Buna next week, and then they have Anahuac the last game. So if they happen to beat Buna next week, and then happen to pull out the win against Anahuac, they could also try and squeak in to that 4th seed spot to possibly get into the playoffs. And now the Anahuac Panthers, they're in their position they did control their destiny. Now they don't. And it's just, we're just wondering, is this going to be the first year that the Anahuac Panthers miss the playoffs in Nice's his 5th year?
Mm-hmm. And we talked about it leading into 10-3A play, and even after the first game of district play, where this district, any given week, any of these teams could win, and we're seeing that being the case as the winless Buna Cougars get their first win in district play. Looking at their side of the football, Jacob Johnson was their leading rusher. He had 10 carries for 74 yards and a touchdown. Toby Mars went 12 of 21. He had a couple of touchdowns through the air, one to Harrison for 19 yards, and one Caden Dill had 3 receptions for 66 yards. Hippler had a reception for 60. McKinney had 1 for 16. Johnson had 3 for 7. Robinson, the third, had 4 for 21. And Hart had 1 for 12. Wrapping up the offensive side of the Buna Cougar offense. Trent, what are we looking at score-wise around the area and state?
Looking at the games that are tonight that have gone final, the Palestine Westwood Panthers get a win over Huntington 55-0. Port Arthur Memorial Titans do what they do best, 48-33 over the Baytown Lee Ganders. Kuntz falls to Newton 61-6. Newton doing what they do best as well. The Highland Cardinals fall to Leverett's Chapel Lions 68-18. LaPorte getting the win over Baytown Sterling 34-0. The Crockett Bulldogs fall to Woodville 48-21. In that neighboring district that we watch so well. Currently, the Woodville Eagles are sitting in second place behind Diboll. The game in Port Neches Groves is final, 51-14 over Santa Fe. The New Waverly Bulldogs get a win. They're looking to try and sneak into the playoffs over there in 2A, 34-8 over Trinity. Beaumont United falls to Humble Summer Creek 47-2. Actually, that is in the 4th quarter. The Lovelady Lions take care of Sabine Pass 64-7. The Warren Warriors fall to Hemp Hill 24-18. The Barbers Hill Eagles get back on the winning track 56-14 over Humble Kingwood Park. The Dayton Broncos fall to Texas City 41-6. Man, it's crazy that the Dayton Broncos have not been able to get back on track either. As mentioned earlier, the Diboll Lumberjacks edge out Cold Spring Oakhurst Trojans 33-0. Goose Creek Memorial, they lose to New Caney tonight 42-7. The final, the longest winning streak in Texas football currently, the Franklin Lions, the number one, what was the Franklin Lions number one team, falls to Lorena 52-49 is the final over there.
Wow, you have to imagine that was a field goal at the buzzer to win it for the Leopards.
Yeah, it was tied up at 49 for the longest time. So it looks like, a field goal took care of it over there. So Lorena upsetting the Franklin Lions, and I said it all week long that Lorena had a chance and they pull it off. Hampshire Finette falls to Silsbee 39-21. Actually, there's a minute left in the fourth quarter over there in Silsbee. I thought that game was going to be within a touchdown, and it sure might. Yoakum falls to Columbus 35-0. Lumberton getting the win over Huffman Hargrave 46-14. East Chambers beats Cleveland Tarkington, 28-14. The Bridge City Cardinals get a win over Hardin Jefferson 45-26. The Kirbyville Wildcats edge out Hardin 32-20. And when I say edge out, that score is a little bit deceptive as the Hardin Hornets tied it up there late in the football game. The Hitchcock Bulldogs win over Hempstead huge 60-0. And 5 minutes and 22 seconds, as it shows on my screen, left in the game. And West Orange Stark, they are currently leading the Jasper Bulldogs 38-34. A big game over there in that district. Splendora falls to Little Cypress Mauriceville 28-7. Actually, that's in the fourth quarter too. 10 minutes, so there's plenty of time over there, but it looks like LCM is going to come out with a win. The Livingston Lions fall to Vidor 31-21. And a game tomorrow that we might be paying attention to is the Sheldon C.E. King Panthers taking on Humble Atascocita, but I fully expect Atascocita to take care of that football game.
Yeah, the Eagles on quite the roll this year as they knocked off Katy earlier this year and looking to get over the hump again with North Shore coming up here later in the season. Well, Trent, thank you for the scoring update. That's going to wrap things up from here from Kyle White Field, where want everybody to make sure they check our social media for the schedule this week. We'll be out and about, and we will not be on the air next Friday night as the Panthers will be on a bye, but a couple weeks from tonight, we will be live in Tarkington to cover the last district game of the football season for the Panthers. So Alex Outram speaking on behalf of my broadcast partner, Trent Hart, and our videographer, Kyla Hart, reminding you of your final score. Buna has defeated Anahuac 20-15. Have a good week, and so long, everybody.